listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We're getting set for Game 5 in this 6-game series between the Harrisburg Senators and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Zabatis with you from FNB Field here on City Island in Pennsylvania's capital. What a great run it's been for Bowie, and they look to continue it on into today's game, maybe take the first 5 and set themselves up for their first potential series sweep of the season. And they did it in kind of the same fashion again last night to carry on what's been so many fun wins over the course of this series. 3 different games, including last night, have been tied late, and Bowie has been the team to break through and pick up the win. Yesterday was pretty much the closest of them all because, of course, you go back to 2 nights ago when Bowie broke through the 3-3 tie for the 14-3 win, the 4-4 tie for the 6-4 win, and then the 4-4 tie for the 9-4 win previously. It was a 3-3 game going into the 8th inning last night when Bowie scored a go-ahead run on a fielding error in left field by Trey Harris, but they weren't going to let that be the end of it. This has, of course, been a team that's been so big on not letting their foot off of the gas over the last couple of weeks. That loss to Richmond about 2 weeks ago tomorrow at this point has been such a motivator for Bowie over the last few days that they've been able to take that to heart, and John Rhodes was the one to take it to heart last night in the 8th inning. Following the go-ahead run brought home, he lifted an RBI single up the right field line to make it a 2-run advantage for Bowie, and that 2-run lead proved to be important because in the bottom of the 9th, Omar Marihildo would lift a solo home run, make it 5-4, but Bowie would still hold on to win. How about those 1-run margins for the Baysox, however, at the moment, as they're now 16-19 in 1-run games. At one point, they were 9-16 in 1-run games, so 7-3 over their last 10 games decided by 1 run. Bowie has made a dramatic turnaround to put themselves in such a prime position to gain some ground in the Southwest Division standings. As we look at today's game, let's open with the numbers as Bowie comes in for game number 100 on the season. Hip, hip, hooray, the centennial of the 2022 campaign. 49-50 record for Bowie as they have a chance to get back to 500 for the first time since they were all the way back in April. April 29th was the last day Bowie was 500 on the year. They were 9-9. But now they have a chance to get to 50-50 as they ride a 6-game winning streak, a 21-28 mark on the road. Harrisburg comes in for game number 101 on the season, a 40-60 record, a 4-game losing streak for the Senators. They are 3-7 over their last 10, as Bowie is 9-1 over their last 10. The Senators are 19-30 when playing at home. In the second half, Harrisburg is 10-21 in the half. They are 6th overall in the 6-team Southwest Division, 12.5 games out of first place, and 1/2 game behind the team ahead of them. Richmond is in 5th at 10-20 on the year. Bowie is 22-8 in the second half. That is the best record in the Eastern League this half. They have a 2-game lead over the second-place team in the Southwest Division. That's the Erie Sea Wolves. There's plenty ahead of this game in terms of the pitching matchup. Bowie has a big opportunity to pounce on left-hander Tim Cate, while the Baysox will throw out right-hander Justin Armbruster. Armbruster only allowed 3 base runners in his previous start for Bowie, but he allowed 3 runs as well because after he retired the first 10 batters, he gave up single, 3-run home run. That's how you give up 3 runs with only 3 base runners allowed. But after Armbruster gave up that home run, he retired the final 5 batters to finish 5 innings, and he picked up the win while striking out 6, and of course didn't walk anyone on 63 pitches. Bowie gave him plenty of run support, too. It was 14-6. Now, Armbruster could potentially go into the 6th inning today, all depending on if he gets a lot of run support again and if he's able to stay as efficient through his outing, because 63 pitches is still on the lower half of his appearances with Bowie. His Double-A debut, he tossed 87 pitches in 5 innings against Erie. You've got to remember that. And then previously in his start against Richmond, 73 pitches in just 4 innings. So if he can stay efficient and get some of that weak contact on his slider, set them up quickly with the fastball, and then get maybe a swing and a miss or a weak grounder on the slider, then he could get some very fast innings and set himself up for perhaps a quality start. We haven't seen too many of those from Bowie starters this season. Left-hander Tim Cate will go for Harrisburg today. He's taking his second lap with the Senators after struggling to put up strong numbers in 2021, while he actually spent his entire 2021 campaign in Harrisburg. In their rotation, the career leader in strikeouts at the University of Connecticut only managed a 2-10 record with 81 strikeouts over 96 innings last year. So that tells you something was a little off, and he said it was maybe something a bit mechanical and to try and give him a little bit of a lower tempo place to reset, less intense setting to kind of get it together or reset it just a bit for Cate. They sent him down to high A to start 2022, and after 12 appearances, pretty much overpowering the younger batters at high A, Cate has finally gotten back. He's made 3 appearances with Harrisburg, but his numbers are still looking a bit similar to 2021, an 0-1 record and a 9.24 ERA. He's allowed 13 runs in just under 13 innings, and he's only struck out 10 batters in 12 2/3. That's what's so interesting. His history and his profile still offers high hopes for him. He's still a top 30 prospect in pretty much every major publication, but his fastball doesn't necessarily hit too hard. He does sport a strong curveball and an average changeup, so it's going to be on Bowie to maybe finding that changeup, avoiding that curveball, and maybe serve up a couple of more home runs. If not, they've been playing the gaps at this ballpark well for their offensive purposes, and they can most likely do it again today. Speaking of the offensive purposes, and speaking of the outfield, our guest next, as we continue on with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, is Colton Cowser. Had a couple of great outfield plays, including an outfield assist and a solo home run last night. So we get his thoughts on what the day went for Colton, and as well as welcoming John Rhodes back into the fold, his old roommate from High A Aberdeen. Cowser is our guest next. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, it's the night that all Orioles fans should have circled on their calendar. Sunday, August 21st, when the Baysox celebrate Birdland. We know you're already loud and proud at Prince George's Stadium, but you don't want to miss this game, as the Baysox will be giving away special mystery autographed items from the 2022 team. The first 750 fans ages 3 and up will receive a mystery autographed item, so be sure to get your tickets fast. Sunday, August 21st, the Birdland celebration. Go to Baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
We're checking back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, getting set for Game 5 in this 6-game series between Bowie and Harrisburg. Sitting down with outfielder Colton Kauser. Another big home run last night, and a lot of great defense to really keep Bowie in the game as well. But let's start with the home run, Colton. Another big first-inning attack for this team. What were you sitting on for that home run ball?
Yeah, I was just looking for a good pitch to hit. Been getting attacked with a lot of off-speed this week, and just trying to stay slow and take the things on the edges and get some things down the heart of the plate.
Yeah. You've been getting a lot of that good power out there. Has it been a lot of fastballs down the middle? You see maybe a couple guys under anticipating what you can bring to the plate, or you're just seeing the right pitch at the right time and making the most of every opportunity that comes your way?
Yeah, I'd say making the most of every opportunity. They're rolling out some good arms out there, and I feel like they've had a good plan against me this week, and just trying to adjust and go with the flow.
Yeah. And then we got to talk about the defense, of course, because it was one of your few games in right field yesterday, and you looked right at home. What's it like playing in a different ballpark that has different wall dimensions and different heights? Because I feel like that's a big difference for a lot of ballparks in this league compared to Prince George's Stadium, since it's a uniform height the entire time. What's that like from your perspective, having to play when you might be not as used to the dimensions, the nooks, the crannies, and the wall heights?
Yeah, just when we come out here on Tuesday, we'll check out the wall, check out dimensions, see how the ball's playing off the wall. Yeah. Just trying to familiarize yourself with where you'll be playing, and just the atmosphere. Yeah. The ball doesn't fly very well here to center, but to the corners it will go. So yeah.
You said last week against Altoona when you robbed that home run in center field that you didn't even realize at first that you had taken the home run away. You did it again last night. Did you realize it when it happened this time, or did you have to wait and hear from some of the guys say you took that one back?
Well, we weren't too sure if it was going out or not. Everyone seems to think it might have, but Zach Watson had
they both got the same last name.
Yeah, Zach had a good view of it. He said it probably would have hit around the yellowish. Yeah. I jumped a little early, I would say, but...
You still caught it?
Yeah, I still caught it, so yeah, I'm not too sure.
Hey, I mean, I was going to say, we'll say it went out just for the cool factor. That's what helps out. And then obviously later in the game, you nailed a runner trying to tag up from second, got to third. How about Cesar Prieto, too, on the back end of that play? So nonchalant, just like, I'm just laying around here, I'm waiting. Oh, let me tag that guy.
Yeah, credit to him. I think if he was anticipating it, he probably would have got in there. Yeah. But yeah, I know that guy was fast, and I figured why not? It's 2 outs. As long as I didn't overthrow it, we're good.
How's it been playing with this just motley crew of the outfielders? Because I remember you said back on the first day you had spoken with media when you got in, it's like playing with 3 center fielders out there. It's got to be fun, but almost a challenge that you've got to stay at the top of your game so you don't get outshined by some of these other high quality outfielders out there, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I don't think we look at it like that. I mean, I think it's more of us just going out there and just trying to help the pitchers out. I think that it gives us as a team a huge advantage, saving some runs. I think that, when you are playing different positions that isn't center, you kind of have to understand, center fielder's still in charge of the outfield. So, just because you can catch a ball doesn't mean you go call someone off. Yeah. So I think it's good to have great relationships with who you're out there with.
Yeah. As we're here with Colton Kauser on the pregame show, what's it like having John Rhodes back? He's come in and already made a couple of big impacts on this team at the game-winning RBI last night with the single in the 8th.
Yeah, John's awesome. We were roommates in Aberdeen in spring training, so I'm very, very familiar with John. It's awesome that he's here, and looking forward to the rest of the year with him.
Yeah. What's his profile kind of add to this team offensively, and then obviously as another outfielder?
Yeah, at the plate, he brings it. He's got a great eye. He gets his swing off, and I think he understands the game when it comes to what he's trying to do at the plate and situations and things like that. He's a very smart hitter. Yeah. And then the outfield, he's got a great arm. He's very accurate, way more accurate than me. So, he likes to throw runners out. So I think that's what he's going to bring.
One of the things, I was asking this to Connor Norby a little bit yesterday, and it didn't necessarily catch his eye as much as it has at least caught mine, and you probably have better experience on it being an outfielder. The wide alleys at this ballpark, from an offensive perspective, at least it seemed as if there's been a lot more aggressive base running on balls put in play. A lot of guys going first to third. Has that kind of been the case over the course of this series?
Yeah, I'd say so. And also the grass is pretty slow here. You've seen a lot of guys trying to take second on certain balls that usually they probably wouldn't, just because the ball is checking up a little bit. Yeah. And then even triple-wise, I mean, it's pretty massive gap. So it seems like everyone can get a triple here.
Yeah. But does that keep you on your toes when you're in the outfield roaming for something, maybe even toward the gap? Even if it doesn't get past you've got to be on top of it.
We're trying to cut balls off and get there as quick as we can, and put a good throw into second or wherever it's going. So yeah.
As we're here with Colton Cowser on the pregame show, what do you want to see from yourself next? The power is there, the defense is there. What do you want to see as the next step in your development?
Yeah, just continuing to develop a consistent approach at the plate. Just understand what I'm trying to do, and I think that's something you can always refine. Yeah. And I don't necessarily trying to do too much with it, but just being consistent. Yeah. I feel like that'd be the only thing really that really causes struggles for me.
And then kind of wrapping up the conversation, more lighthearted manner. We already talked about John Rhodes, and obviously you guys had a little bit of a small viral interaction from Aberdeen, considering your time spent as roommates and your usage of the kitchen table. Yes. How's the Lego project been going? Has there been any new advancements on the Millennium Falcon?
There has been progress. I'm taking it slow. I'm trying to enjoy it rather than just sit down and crush it.
You don't want to put it together in one giant sitting and then just stare at it.
Yeah. I don't want to have a 3 foot by 2 foot Lego sitting in. Well, I'm going to eventually. I'm going to figure out how to get it home, but it's probably going to be riding shotgun with me on the way back to Houston after the season. So,
how many pieces is it? 7,500?
Yeah, it's about 7,500. I'd like to have it done before we get home, so it can go perfectly into the centerpiece of our living room back home. I'm sure my parents will love it.
Well, you got 3 homestands left, so the timer is kind of sitting there. So.
Well, you just put that in the back of my mind, so I'm gonna have to start working a little bit, I think.
Yeah, well, I know you can compartmentalize, focus on the game, and then focus on Lego when you get back to the ballpark. Colton, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
That's Colton Cowser here on the pregame show. We'll step aside, be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from FNB Field in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It's Game 5 of this 6-game series between the Harrisburg Senators and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Zabatas with you from City Island here in Pennsylvania's capital. And as left-hander Tim Cate warms on the mound for Harrisburg, starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Connor Norby, followed by Colton Cowser in center field, batting second. Joey Ortiz is the shortstop. He bats third. Hudson Haskin is in left field, batting fourth. Cesar Prieto is at third base. He's batting fifth. Maverick Handley is the catcher, batting sixth. John Rhodes is in right field. He'll bat seventh. J.D. Mundy at first base, eighth. And Toby Welk is the designated hitter. He bats ninth. Bowie is the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooden are the athletic trainers. Bowie is 49-50 on the season, a seasons-long 6-game winning streak, 9-1 over their last 10, 21-28 on the road, and 22-8 in the second half. That's the best record in the Eastern League this half. And again, that lineup for Bowie, it features Norby, Cowser, Ortiz, Haskin, Prieto, Handley, Rhodes, Mundy, Welk, all to face off against left-hander Tim Cate on the mound. FNB Field here in Harrisburg, 325 feet down the line to both left and right field, 400 feet to straightaway center field, and 405 feet to the alleys in left and right. As right-hander Connor Norby digs into the box for Bowie. A .252 average and an .866 OPS in 28 games played. Cate rocks back and forth and holds ball and glove directly out in front of his chest before kicking, turning, and firing the first pitch. It's fouled off left side. And we're underway at 6:01 p.m. on a 90-degree, mostly sunny, partly cloudy kind of day here at FNB Field. 0-1 to start on Norby. Very nice, warm, not too humid kind of day. The 0-1 pitch in Norby watches a breaking ball miss inside the curveball from Cate. It's a good curveball from what the critics say, and it runs the count even at a ball and a strike, but Norby was able to lay off. 6 doubles and a triple for Norby this season, 7 homers, 13 runs batted in, the 1-1 offering. He watches the curveball again. This one finds its way into the zone, upper outside corner for a called strike. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. As Bowie is coming off of 4 straight wins to open this series. A lot of them very close. The 1-2, grounded foul, third base side. That one knuckled a little bit after hitting off of the dirt and bounced a little bit toward the bag, actually, but it stayed foul, and the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. 5-4 last night, a win for Bowie. They broke ahead from a 3-3 tie in the 8th to put on 2 runs and hold on to a late charge. As Cate turns and deals another 1-2 offering, Norby bounces it slowly to third. This one a fair ball and a tough scoop at the bag by Jack Dunn, but he makes the transfer and gets it to first in time. Well, I think Dunn might have tossed that ball up with his glove and caught it midair with his hand before zipping it to first base. Either way, a well-executed play on what is not an easy-to-field ball. Rest of the defense for Harrisburg, from left to right in the outfield, you've got Andrew Young, Rudy Martin, and Dondre Hubbard. Jack Dunn is over at first base. Gilbert Lara is the shortstop. Darren Baker is at second base, and Omar Marihildo is at first. Israel Pineda is catching behind the plate for Tim Cate on the mound. First pitch in to the left-hander Colton Cowser. Misses down. Curveball starts the count out at 1-0. Tim Cate, a 6-foot, 185-pound, 24-year-old left-hander from Manchester, Connecticut. Second-round draft selection in 2018. He went to UConn. As the next pitch home is a changeup called for strike on the outside edge. Count runs even and a ball and a strike on Cowser. Colton, a .320 average this season, a .1095 OPS. I guess he'll file his tax forms while he's at the plate. 28 games played, 7 doubles, no triples, 8 homers, 20 runs batted in. Next pitch, a fastball, brushes him off inside, and the count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Kate on the season is 0-1 with Harrisburg, a 9.24 ERA in 3 games all starts. The 2-1 offering comes in, and Kauser watches it bounce in the curveball. Count to 3 balls and a strike now. Kate has only fired 12 2/3 innings, allowed 13 runs all earned. He struck out only 10 batters, walked 4, and allowed 2 home runs. Opponents are hitting him for a .361 clip in his few innings with Double-A. He fires the 3-1 here to Kauser, and it's popped up foul, third base side, ranging on it the catcher, Pineda, to the dugout, but it will get over the netting and come to a standstill, just in a seat. Did that land in a fan's cup holder? I think that landed in the fan's cup holder. There's a fan directly behind the Baysox dugout who cowered a bit as the ball came through, and it bounced. No, it didn't bounce. And I think it was directly in his cup holder. Wonder if we have that on replay. Runs the count full. They've got the shift on for Kauser as Kate sets. He dances on the balls of his feet and fires the 3-2. Kauser grounds it hard to the right side, waiting on it the second baseman Baker. He gloves at the chest and fires to first. So while Kauser works ahead to a 3-1 count, he eventually grounds out to second, and there's 2 away. Umpire and crew for today's game, you've got Jen Powell over at third base. Tanner Moore is the crew chief. He's at first base. And Brian DeBrouwer is calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. Joey Ortiz into the box now. .266 average for Joey, a .766 OPS in 91 games played. As the first pitch comes in, and he watches down and inside. Count starts out at 1-0. 21 doubles, 4 triples for Joey, 11 home runs, and 55 runs batted in. 11 homers tied for the team's lead. 55 ribbies is the team's lead. And Joey is saying he got hit by the pitch, I think. Tim DeJohn has come down to converse with the home plate umpire, Brian DeBrouwer. Ortiz dropped his bat. He looked like he was taking off his guards and has replaced them now. And Ortiz is saying it hit his foot, I think his back foot. And they're conversing again with now Ortiz and Tim DeJohn are talking with the home plate umpire, but doesn't seem to be that the conversation is going anywhere. Ortiz is still gesturing to his back foot, saying, hey, it got me. But there was no call. And the count just starts out simply at 1-0. Here's the next pitch from Kate. Ortiz fouls it off of home plate, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Again, 4 straight wins to open this series for Bowie. 6 consecutive wins, including their weekend set of wins over Altoona to close that 6-game series. 9-4 on Tuesday for Bowie, 6-4 on Wednesday, 14-3 on Thursday, and then last night a 5-4 win. The 1-1 offering. Ortiz watches a ball, fastball miss wide. Count goes to 2-1. First 4 games of this series, Bowie has scored in the first inning as well. First 3 games, they scored 2 runs in the first inning in each of them. Solo home run by Colton Kauser last night was the only run in the first inning. 2-1 pitch into Ortiz, and it misses down. Changeup runs the count to 3 balls and a strike, so back-to-back 3-ball counts here early for Tim Kate. As we're scoreless in the top of the first inning, bases empty, 2 away, Kate looking for a perfect frame. But back-to-back hitters counts now. As the next pitch to Ortiz is outside for ball 4, so he doesn't get the base on the hit by pitch. And Ortiz just had to wait around for 4 more offerings, and he eventually gets the base anyway. That's only the 5th walk given up by Kate this season, and now it turns on to Hudson Haskin. Again, Kate is on his 2nd trip through Double-A. He spent all of 2021 with the Senators, but did not put together numbers that were too pleasing to look at. So Ortiz leads off. Here's Haskin, first pitch. That one hit him. Fastball inside, and Hudson Haskin, the magnet, draws his 16th of the season? 16th or 17th. I've been getting it wrong by 1 the last few days, so that's why I'm saying 17th as well as 16th. But what is it specifically? 17th. So, yeah, I was wrong the first time. So Haskin draws his 17th hit by pitch. That one just skimmed the elbow guard. Fortunately, that's what it's for. And now the Baysox have a runner in scoring position with 2 away for Cesar Prieto. First pitch into Prieto is a curveball, misses wide, and the count starts out at 1-0. Yeah, last season with Harrisburg, Kate went 2-10, 5.31 ERA in 21 games all starts. He allowed 12 home runs, struck out only 81, and walked 37. As he fires the next to Prieto, and it comes in low, fastball. Count to 2 balls and no strikes on Cesar, who's hitting .283 this season, 705 OPS in 57 games played. 17 doubles, no triples, 2 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Kate's coming off of a 5-run performance against Akron. He actually made 2 starts against the Rubber Ducks back at Canal Park. 2-0 pitch. Grounded to the right side. Tough play deep in the hole for the second baseman Baker, but he backs up to catch it. On a couple of bounces, he sends it to first to end the inning. First time all series that the Baysox have not scored in the first inning. They strand a pair on and send us to the bottom of the frame. Bowie nothing. Harrisburg coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Well, the Bowie Baysox go down quiet in the top of the first. Justin Armbruster will try to do the same here in the bottom of the frame. As Armbruster warms on the mound for Bowie, the starting lineup for the Harrisburg Senators that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in center field, you've got Rudy Martin, followed by Darren Baker at second base, batting second. Jack Dunn is at third base, he's batting third. Andrew Young in left field bats fourth. Trey Harris is the designated hitter, he bats fifth. Israel Pineda is the catcher, batting sixth. Dondre Hubbard in right field bats seventh. Omar Merihildo at first base eighth. And Gilbert Lara is the shortstop, batting ninth. Harrisburg is the AA affiliate of the Washington Nationals. They're managed by Trip Keister, assisted by Justin Lord, Micah Franklin, Oscar Salazar, and T.D. Swinford is the athletic trainer. Harrisburg is 40-60 on the season, a 4-game losing streak, and 10-21 in the second half. And again, their lineup features Martin, Baker, Dunn, Young, Harris, Pineda, Hubbard, Merihildo, Lara, all to face off against Justin Armbruster on the mound. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from FNB Field in Harrisburg as Martin digs in. .230 average and a 709 OPS in 27 games for the left-handed hitter. 2 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, 7 runs batted in. Third base plays in on the line if he tries to lay down a bunt. First pitch in from Armbruster is a fastball, misses just too far down, and the count starts out at 1-0. It was a 20-pitch first for Tim Cate. Worked to a couple of 3-ball counts, hit a batter. Didn't give up a base hit, however, as the 1-0 pitch comes in, and it's skied foul left side. Count runs even and a ball and a strike. Nice, quiet, calm day here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Fans that have gotten out to the ballpark are well situated in their seats. A few at the team store over past the left field wall. You got a wing stand out there, too. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball inside. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now here on Martin. And I'm a big fan of this ballpark. It's very interestingly designed, a lot of it to accommodate the fact that it's on the island to avoid possible flood damage. The 1-2 pitch comes home, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. High fastball from Justin Armbruster, and he starts his day with a strikeout. Let's tell you about the rest of the defense around him. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Hudson Haskin, Colton Cowser, and John Rhodes. Cesar Prieto is at third base. Joey Ortiz is at shortstop. Connor Norby at second, J.D. Mundy at first, and Maverick Handley is the catcher behind the plate for Justin Armbruster on the mound. As Darren Baker steps in, the only other left-hander in the lineup today, first pitch. Fastball misses inside at 95. Count starts out at 1-0. .298 average for Baker this year, a 739 OPS in 12 games. No doubles or triples, a homer, 3 runs batted in, 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, high fastball, and the count runs even at 1. Well, I do know Darren's dad recently tested positive for COVID, so of course, doubt Dusty is listening to the Baysox broadcast, but if he is tuned into his son's broadcast right now, we hope he's feeling better soon, as the next pitch is called a strike on a low fastball. Count to a ball and 2 strikes. Well, that means he gets to listen to fantastic Harrisburg broadcaster Terry Byram, who's been doing it for years here at this ballpark and in this city. Well known across the league for good reason. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. High fastball and a weak wave from Baker. Back-to-back punch-outs for Armbruster. And he's off and rolling with his day. It's a Copa de la Diversión night here at FNB Field. So Harrisburg is in their alternate identity, Playeros de Harrisburg. They've got an iguana wearing a straw hat as the mascot. A salsa red and neon green jersey. First pitch into Jack Dunn is swung on and missed high. Another fastball. Count starts out at 0-1. Red jersey, green sleeves, white pants. The Baysox are also in their alternate identity. Congreos Fantasmas de Chesapeake. Got it right the second time. Curveball bounced over towards short. Picked deep in the hole on a snow cone grab by Ortiz. He twirls and fires to first in time. That is not an easy play, but it is if you're Joey Ortiz. A 6-3 putout and a perfect first inning for Justin Armbruster. We're on to the second at FNB Field. Scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The Baysox are calling all deadheads to make their way out to Prince George's Stadium on Friday, August 26th for Grateful Dead Night. With special themes and music all night throughout the game, it'll culminate in a Grateful Dead-themed fireworks show to cap the evening. Fans who purchase a special package ticket will receive a limited edition Baysox Grateful Dead t-shirt collaboration and a ticket to the game, so be sure to get there. Friday, August 26th, it's Grateful Dead Night at the ballpark. Find out more at baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
On to the second inning, a scoreless ball game here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Maverick Hanley will lead off for Bowie as Tim Cate gets back to work. The left-hander, first pitch into Hanley, is just high. Curveball starts the count out at 1-0. 239 average for Hanley this season, a 792 OPS in 57 games played. 11 doubles, no triples, 8 home runs, 36 runs batted in. As they play him straight up on the infield, the 1-0 pitch is grounded to the right side, right at second. Picked up by Darren Baker, a little bit thrown wide to first, but still well within the reach of Omar Merihildo. 4-3 putout, and there's one gone to start. So now here's John Rhodes. Four for 17 in his young Double-A career. And an RBI single last night that proved to be the game's winning run. First pitch is popped up foul, third base side. This one is tailing out of play and touches down on the concourse. Count starts out at 0-1. Rhodes with a triple for his first Double-A hit. He's already got 4 RBI in just his 4 games, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Rhodes watches it down and away. Count runs even and a ball and a strike. I was talking with Colton Cowser a little bit earlier today. If you heard our chat on the pregame show, he just said he was so happy to have Rhodes back here because he felt as if it was starting to complete what was one of the big flow ups from High A Aberdeen, as the next pitch is called a strike in the top half of the zone, 1-2. Don't want to put words in his mouth, of course, but you could just kind of tell that he was so excited that so many of the offensive pieces, the critical offensive pieces that won Aberdeen the first half title, are making their way up to Double-A now. Bowie just needs to wait for the return of Kobe Mayo as well, who's continuing his rehab assignment with the Ironbirds at the moment. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tim Cate, his curveball has been so highly rated among so many of the prospect lists. He's been listed as having the best curveball in the Nationals organization in 3 consecutive seasons. As the 2-2 comes in, and it's served on a shallow line to center field, a base hit. Splits up the middle and rolls toward the gap. Rhodes is going to think about 2, and he's going to get there because the ball is dropped. Andrew Young in left couldn't really field it properly, and they'll call that a hit and an error. So a single for Rhodes. He's got hits in 3 consecutive games now for Bowie, and E7 allows him to reach second base. Second consecutive inning that the Baysox have gotten a runner into scoring position, this time, though, with only 1 out. So now here's J.D. Mundy. Left-hander hitting .217, a .668 OPS in 65 games played. First pitch. Mundy watches the curveball. It's called for a strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. But yeah, Baseball America had Cate listed as the best curveball last 3 seasons, as well as the best control in the Washington organization. As the 0-1 comes in, and Mundy watches another called strike, this time a slider outside. Count quickly to 0-2. 14 doubles, no triples for Mundy. 7 home runs, 35 runs batted in this season. They have a decent-sized shift on for him, but shortstop is also playing to hold the runner at second base on. As the 0-2 comes in, and Mundy watches it bounce in and skip away. Rhodes is going to take third. Hit off of Pineda's chest and rolled toward the Harrisburg dugout, which is on the first base side. Wild pitch puts Rhodes 90 feet away as the game's potential first run. And now J.D. Mundy, all he has to do is get it out of the infield. So the infield plays in with runner at third, only 1 out. 1-2 pitch to Mundy. Fouled off left side. Little hack, and the count stays at 0-2. I'm keeping an eye on right now at High A Aberdeen. They're scoreless in the second inning with Wilmington. And Cade Povich is tossing. Came over in the deal with the Twins for Jorge Lopez. He's already struck out 5 batters in 2 innings. Another 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Fastball up and away, and Mundy goes chasing. That's the first strikeout for Tim Cate today. And now Toby Welk, with runner still at third, now 2 outs. And when you think about it, Bowie does have a potential need for a starter next week because they've got to play 7 games in 6 days when they go to Akron. First pitch to Welk. Misses high, just barely. It looked like it was close. Changeup starts to count out at 1-0. Who knows if Povich looks like he's outclassing High A right away. Hey, maybe give him a shot. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Welk watches it for a called strike at the knees. Count evens at a ball and a strike. .237 average for Welk, a .726 OPS. 10 games played so far, 2 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. Still doesn't have a home run yet on his return from the injured list, however. 1-1 pitch. Welk watches it miss inside. And the count goes to 2-1. 2-1. Welk takes a half look at it. Breaking ball down and away. They'll appeal, and he didn't go around. Count to 3 balls and a strike. Sun poking out now here at F&B Field with the earlier start time. Not too many shadows to speak of. There's a shadow with a light tower crossing between the pitcher's path to home, but that's it. 3-1. High ball 4. So Welk draws the second walk of the game. And the inning extends now with runners at the corners and 2 outs for the top of the lineup in Connor Norby. Cade only walked 2 batters one other time this season. Of course, it is just his 4th start with the Sens this year. And he walked 2 batters in what's arguably his best start, 5 innings of just 2-run ball. A game that Harrisburg still lost, however, 8-7. It's going to lead to a very brief visit between Pineda and his hurler there. It's a busy day out at the Big League Club, too. They're celebrating 30 years of Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Some of the all-time greats to ever wear the white and orange are out and about. Orioles jumped out to a 3-0 advantage, but Pittsburgh's O'Neal Cruz just hit a 2-run home run to cut into the lead. Still ahead, however. As the first pitch comes in to Connor Norby, it hits the dirt. Count starts out at 1-0. Norby grounded out to third base his first time up. He is only hitting 105 with runners in scoring position this season, but he is .333 in this series. 1-0 pitch. Misses down, and the count goes to 2-0. It's just so interesting to me. The hopes for Tim Cade are so high, and he's been listed as having the best control in the organization for 3 consecutive years. As the 2-0 comes in, and it's popped foul behind home plate, right side. Count to 2-1. But you see his strike ratio, and you see the strikeout to walk ratio as well. It has you puzzled. 2-1, lifted in the air, right side foul. This one will get out of play and run the count even at 2 on Connor Norby. First and third, 2 away here in the top of the second, a scoreless ball game. Cade sets out of the stretch at the waist, fires the 2-2, and Norby gets hit by it. I think Norby thought it might have hit the knob of the bat, but the home plate umpire is saying it hit his hand. In addition, Norby isn't going to get, confrontational about it or really make any sort of comment. He's just going to take his free base. Let the bases get loaded for Colton Cowser. Why not? Cade had not hit a batter in his 12 2/3 innings entering this series, and now he's already hit 2 in just 2 innings. Granted, one of them was Hudson Haskin, and just about everyone in the league hits Hudson Haskin. But now here's Colton Cowser, 2 for 5 with the bases loaded this season. First pitch. It's called a strike. Went with the curveball, hit the top half of the zone. It's 0-1. Well, Cade really seems to be getting the called strikes with his curveball right now, but not the swinging strikes. When he dangles it outside of the zone, Bowie lays off. But then they do the same when he leaves it inside the zone. Bowie just hasn't really gone after the curveball. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Down and in. They'll appeal. He didn't go. Count evens at a ball and a strike on Cowser, who grounded out to second base back in the first inning. Well, a lot of this run for Bowie has been on the key timely hits. Same with the bullpen performance, but the timely hits have kept them in. The 1-1. And Cowser laces a line drive to right center field. That's a base hit. It'll get cut off by the right fielder Hubbard, but it scores 2 runs. Rhodes is down. Welk is across to score. The throw goes to second. Cowser stops at first with a 2 RBI double, and it's 2 RBI single, rather, and it's 2-0 Bowie. The 2 RBI part was right. That's what matters most, as Cowser notched that at 106 miles an hour off the bat, extends his hit. Well, he's got hits in back-to-back games now, but 9 of his last 10. Up to 22 RBI on the season already. Connor Norby goes first to third. And now here's Joey Ortiz, first pitch. Called a strike. Fastball hits the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1. Misses wide. Same fastball, just a bit away. And the count runs even at a ball and a strike on Ortiz, who drew a walk on a 3-1 offering back in the first inning. 1-1. Curveball. Called a strike. Hit the top half of the zone. Maybe a little bit on the inside edge. Count to 1-2. I can understand the position that Cade is kind of in here because, of course, again, his curveball is going for the called strikes. It is. But if you oversaturate it, batters will pick up and they'll start hammering you on it. The 1-2 pitch. There's the curveball and pokes slowly up the middle. Tough play at short. Scooped by Lara, and he can't get to first in time. Norby scores. Cowser to second. An infield RBI single for Joey Ortiz, and it's 3-0. Ortiz extends his hit streak to 14 consecutive games with the knock. 22 of his last 23. Wouldn't fully classify it as the Baltimore chop. I don't think it got high enough. But the way it just floated over the pitcher's mound, Kate had no chance, and Lara was playing too deep in the hole at shortstop to really make a good play at it. So now here's Hudson Haskin. First pitch, he grounds it hard to the left side. Picked by Lara deep in the hole, thrown to first, and it's wild. Here comes Cowser to score. Ortiz goes to third, and it's 4-0 Bowie. So could go in both directions. They'll rule it a single. But now Cesar Prieto steps in, suddenly is the 9th batter in the inning. Bowie has done all of this damage with 2 outs. First pitch, Prieto watches breaking ball, called for strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. As Harrisburg gets a right-hander up and moving in their bullpen. Next pitch. Misses down and away, and it's a ball and a strike. Prieto grounded out to second base, his first time up in the first inning. So they rule it a straight error on review. Haskin reaches, of course, no RBI. That wasn't even a question. Next pitch to Prieto, grounded up the middle. Tough play at second, picked by Baker and scooped to shortstop, well, where Lara holds for the easy path, forcing out Ortiz. The choice goes 4-6, and it ends the inning, but Bowie sends 9 to the plate. They score 4 times and send us to the bottom of the second, a 4-0 edge. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Justin Armbruster had just a 10-pitch first inning, and now as he moves to the second, he's got a 4-run lead. 4-0 Bowie as 4, 5, and 6 in the Harrisburg lineup are set to bat. First pitch to Andrew Young is called a strike. Changeup hits the upper outside corner of the zone, and it's 0-1. After Young, Trey Harris and Israel Pineda set to bat. 221 average for Young this season, a 737 OPS in 39 games. A 1 pitch, popped him up. Up the chute, foul ground right side. Mundy, he sees it, backs up and makes the catch. 110 feet up into the air on that pop. And there's one gone, 4 in a row retired to start the day for Armbruster. Now here's Trey Harris. Well, Armbruster is starting to look like he did last week against Altoona when he retired the first 10 batters he faced. First pitch here. Misses down and away to Harris, and the count starts out at 1-0. Harris 3 for 12 in his Nationals organizational career. That's just the 3 games he's played this series, of course. A double, no triples, no homers, a run batted in. Next pitch, a changeup, misses down and away, and it's 2-0. But yeah, Armbruster retired the first 10 batters he faced a week ago tomorrow against Altoona. Struck out 5 of those 10 as the 2-0 was fouled off back behind home plate. Counts at 2-1. He struck out 3 of the first 4, too. But it was a good mix. Got a couple of pop-outs, a fly-out, a line-out, a ground-out. And then gave up single home run, but got right back on the horse. Next pitch, misses high. Changeup runs the count to 3-1. Nothing. Bowie leads. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Slider away, and the count runs full. First full count that Armbruster has dealt today. Opponents are just 1 for 7 against him on full counts. He struck out 3, walked 4. But again, he's only walked 4 batters all season. 3-2. Line drive foul, third base side, and one hits off of a seat back. It's such a nice calm day. We've been very lucky over the course of this series with the weather that's just kind of always been hovering over. For us to have gotten all 5 games in so far as the 3-2 is popped up again, foul right side. This one will get out of play as the count stays full. To be able to get them all in as we have, I think 2 days ago we started the game a little bit late, but that was just because of the potential threat of weather. They didn't want to start the game if something popped up on the radar. 3-2. Called strike 3. Change up on the lower inside corner. Harris tried to check his swing, and I think he probably would have gotten rung up on that fact anyway. But it's the 3rd strikeout for Justin Armbruster. 5 up, 5 down to start his day. Armbruster, he's working a lot like Ryan Watson did back around the start of the season, and that's very, very fun to see. Because Watson, of course, is a very stoic, not too emotional guy on the mound as the first pitch to Israel Pineda is poked into right field, shallow. Backing up on it, Connor Norby. Second baseman is there, and the inning is over. Another quick, efficient inning for Justin Armbruster. 10 pitches in the first, 11 pitches in the second, and as we move to the third, Bowie leads 4-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Well, fans, don't forget about Maryland's Baytoberfest coming to Prince George's Stadium on Friday the 19th. When Bowie returns from this long road trip, you can join in on the Maryland-themed Oktoberfest celebration. There's a beer stein ticket package to go with it, and an Adley Rutschman Maryland flag hat giveaway, so get your tickets, Baysox.com. First pitch to Maverick Handley here in the third inning is a swing and a miss on a high fastball. 0-1 to open. Handley leads off his second consecutive inning after Bowie scored 4 in the second. Have it at a 4-0 game right now. Lefty Tim Cade is still on the mound for Harrisburg. Next pitch, and Handley pops it up. Foul ground right side, but it'll get out. Catcher gave it a bit of chase, but it lands on top of the roof. Count quickly to 0-2. Handley grounded out to second base. Back in the second inning. After Handley, John Rhodes and J.D. Mundy set to bat for Bowie. As Cade, he has just got such an intricate setup before he can finally bring himself to rest and deliver. The 0-2 grounded slowly to the left side, taken on one hop on the run by the third baseman, Dunn, and he fires to first in time. Good grab by Dunn for the 5-3 putout, and there's one gone. Now John Rhodes, a single and a run scored back in the second inning. He took that single to second base thanks to an error in left field. But yeah, it's such a almost fidgety windup for Tim Cate. He has his right foot forward, and he just bounces back and forth on the balls of his feet while holding ball in glove at an angle outstretched fully in front of his chest. First pitch popped up behind home. Pineda sheds the mask and can't get there. It's over the net. 0-1 to start on Rhodes. "57 pitches now for Cate. And it's not as if Harrisburg has really overtaxed their bullpen over the course of this series. Bowie hasn't attacked the starters as much as they did the Altoona starters last week. Bowie has just been doing their damage against relievers. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Rhodes smokes it out to deep center field. Martin is sprinting back, but he has plenty of room to work with. Curls around and makes the catch. That was a good drive by Rhodes, but this outfield can be your friend or your foe. You just got to play the alleys right. Rhodes didn't play him right there. He flies out to center, and there's quickly 2 gone. So now here's J.D. Mundy. Shift on for the lefty, who struck out swinging in the second inning. First pitch, swing and a miss outside, and it's 0-1. Only strikeout for Cate so far. Bowie leads 4-0 here in the top of the third inning. The 0-1 offering. Curveball up and away. Haven't seen the curveball much from Tim Cate over the last few batters. And now it runs the count even at 1. Next pitch. Down and inside, curveball again, and it runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. But it's still wishful thinking right now. Can't get too far ahead of yourself because Bowie, they only lead by 4. They've blown leads larger than this season. The 2-1 pitch, grounded up the first base line, but foul. Count runs even at 2 on Mundy. But if Bowie can keep it going, which at the rate that Justin Armbruster is pitching, and the way that the bullpen has been going the past few weeks now, you can at least have your hopes high. But thinking about tomorrow, if Bowie can get there, they might be in line for their first sweep of the season. Next pitch, skips in, and the count fills on Mundy. Harrisburg had a right-handed pitcher warming up in the last half inning when Cate was struggling. But after Cate got out of the frame, that pitcher has since sat down, but Cate's now up to 63 pitches. Another crooked number can knock him out quickly. 3-2. Mundy swings and misses for strike 3. I think that's one of the first few swings and misses on the curveball. Mundy is the only recipient of strikeouts today. 2 for Tim Cate. His first perfect inning as we move to the bottom of the third. Bowie leads 4-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Bottom of the third here at FNB Field in Harrisburg as Bowie leads 4-0. Dondre Hubbard leads off, and the first pitch to him is a swinging strike. Fastball right down Broadway, 0-1. Justin Armbruster back to work. Needed just 21 pitches for 2 perfect innings to start the day. It'll be Hubbard, Omar Marahildo, and Gilbert Lara, 7, 8, and 9 in the Harrisburg lineup. Next pitch popped up shallow right. Again backing up the infielders. It's Connor Norby, and the second baseman makes the catch again. So that's back-to-back pop-outs to second following the end of the second inning for Armbruster. Now here's Omar Marahildo. Well, like I said, strikingly similar so far, Armbruster's last start to his current start. At this rate, it's just going to come down to how he faces the lineup on his second trip. First pitch to Omar Marahildo, misses outside. Slider starts the count out at 1-0. 250 average for Marahildo, a 10.23 OPS in just 9 games. No doubles or triples. 4 home runs, though. 6 runs batted in. Next pitch is swung on him is down. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. Marahildo had plenty of time with Harrisburg last season. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Got him with another breaking ball, down and away, and it's 1-2. I guess he didn't have too much time. I just remember him, I guess, a handful of times as the 1-2 pitch misses wide. Count goes to 2-2, but he did play a handful of games with Harrisburg last year. Just still played most of his season with High A Wilmington. And played most of his season this year with High A Wilmington. Hit .255 in 81 games with 15 homers. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Curveball down and away for Armbruster. 4 strikeouts against the first 8 batters he faces. 8 up, 8 down to start the night. Now on to Gilbert Lara. Bowie ahead 4-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Trying to make it 7 consecutive wins. First pitch, Lara watches a high fastball. Count starts out at 1-0. It's a .225 average for Gilbert Lara this season. .630 OPS in 62 games played. 5 doubles, a triple. 6 homers, 26 runs batted in. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Way too far ahead on the changeup. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. A little bit of shadow behind home plate now as the next offering is called a strike on the outer edge. Count runs to 1-2. And a small bit of shadow from the picnic porch that they have here at FNB Field stretching onto the corner in right field. Well, the rest of the infield getting a lot of warm sunlight. 1-2 pitch down and away. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, today was the earliest start time of this series. Unfortunately, the weather has played fair to respond. 2-2, grounded high over toward third, a low bounce, and it's off Prieto's glove. That could go down as a hit, considering the toughness of the play, and they will rule it a hit. I think that is a fair call, as Lara is the first base runner of the game. It was off the front end of Prieto's glove. If it was off of his wrist, I probably would have maybe disagreed slightly, but since it was off the front end of Prieto's glove, that really tells you that it was just a little bit too far outside of his reach to even make a proper play on it. And even if he didn't go for it, Joey Ortiz would have had to stretch a long way to even get there to try and back it up and throw across the body. It's just easier to say it's a hit. As Rudy Martin digs in, first pitch to him is a breaking ball inside. Count starts out at 1-0. Martin struck out swinging in the first inning. Next pitch is down and inside. Count goes to 2-0. Gilbert Lara has not attempted a stolen base yet this season in 62 games with Harrisburg. So it's just on Armbruster now to focus on the batter at the plate. As Bowie leads 4-0 here in the third. 2-0. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Count runs to 2-1 on Martin. Two one, half swing, and it's hit off of home plate. Rolls foul to the left side as that fastball came a bit up and in. Probably would have gone for a called strike anyway if Martin didn't make contact. Runs the count even at 2. Checking back in on that Aberdeen appearance. Cade Povich now has 7 strikeouts through 4 innings. Can't imagine he's going to stay there too long if he's going to pitch at that rate, especially just joining a new organization like this. Bowie might get a new starting pitcher soon. 2-2. Fastball misses up and away, and the count runs full. So Gilbert Lara will get a head start now as Bowie leads 4-0. They had a doubleheader over in Altoona to make up for a game lost a couple of days ago. Akron won the first game 4-1, and they already have a 1-0 lead in the first of game 2. 3-2 is called strike 3. Fastball dots the lower inside corner, and Armbruster, while he allows his first base runner, strikes out his 5th batter for a scoreless inning. We're on to the 4th here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Bowie leads 4-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom-tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
On to the 4th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg as Bowie sports a 4-0 lead. It'll be 9-1-2 when the Baysox lineup set to bat against Tim Cate. Cate fired his first perfect inning in the third, a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. Only threw a couple of pitches outside of the zone. First pitch here to the number 9 batter, Toby Welk, is called a strike. On a high fastball, it's 0-1 to start. It'll be Welk, then back to the top of the lineup. Norby and Cowser to bat as the next pitch is lined foul, third base side. Hits off the warning track and then the wall. Count already to 0-2. But Kate is up to 67 pitches, and he's about to start his third trip through the order. So this could be a critical inning for Bowie to try and pile on to an already 4-0 edge. 0-2 pitch, and Welk screams at foul behind home plate. Count remains. Toby Welk drew a walk back in the second inning, came around to score. That's when Bowie put all of their runs across. 3 of those runs were earned, 1 was unearned. As the 0-2 comes in, and it bounces in, count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. Again, I was saying, I find it interesting, at least in a little bit of capacity, how Tim Cate is ruled as having some of the best control in the Nationals organization, but he's only thrown 1-2, bounces in, and the count goes to 2-2. So at this point, he's only thrown 39 pitches for strikes out of 69 pitches. That's only 57%, and I brought this up a couple of days ago. Just the general strike rate, you want to have it around 60%. Really, anything lower than 60% is subpar. 2-2, grounded over to short. Picked up by Lara and sent to first in time. 6-3 putout. And 5 in a row retired by Harrisburg pitching. Tim Cate trying to carry it on now after giving up that 4 spot in the second inning. Goes back to the top of the lineup for Connor Norby, who got hit by a pitch his last time up. Here's the first pitch. Norby watches a breaking ball miss wide. And the count starts out at 1-0. Well, as I had said, it's been a very fun kind of day south of us back in Baltimore as the next pitch bounces in. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Norby. As the Orioles celebrate 30 years of Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Of course, they wanted to celebrate 30 years to the day. We would have been talking about this back in April, but they wanted to do it on a nice warm summer's day. 2-0 pitch. Swung on him, missed down and away, and the count goes to 2-1. And hey, the Orioles are getting it done with some of the guys that Mike Elias has isolated. Terran Vavra picked up an RBI base hit. Brett Phillips drove in a couple of runs after just being traded for the other day. Next pitch bounces in. And it's 3 balls and a strike on Norby with bases empty, only 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Next pitch from Cate. High ball 4. So the third walk given up by Tim Cate today, a season's high for the left-hander. And Bowie gets a base runner on here with 1 out in the 4th. Yeah, this is what Bowie did so well in the first half of the season. Of course, a lot of that was spearheaded by Gunnar Henderson, so it's very nice to see some of the new blood joining in on it now. As the first pitch into Colton Cowser is ripped up the middle, a base hit. Nearly hit the umpire as it rolls toward the alley and dies on the grass, sets up the opportunity for Norby to go first to third. He's in there standing on Cowser's second single of the day. Bowie has runners at the corners with only 1 out here in the 4th, already ahead by 4. They just like to stay in business. As Cowser picks up his 10th multi-hit game of the season. And now Joey Ortiz, who's already hitting hot enough to try and maybe make it a little bit more. RBI single for Ortiz in the second inning. First pitch to him here, misses down. Falls between the legs of Israel Pineda, but the catcher realizes it quickly and snaps back up. no one warming in the Harrisburg bullpen just yet, as Cade has now thrown 77 pitches and is in not a jam, but you could call it a bind right now if you wanted. First and third, only one out. Double play ball, though, could end the inning. 1-0. And Ortiz bounces it high to second. Could be that double play ball. Baker to Lara, back to Marihildo, and it's in time. Ortiz bounces into his 7th of the season and ends the inning as Bowie had a chance. 4-6-3 double play and a runner stranded at third. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Bowie still leads, though, 4-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Well, the Baysox are getting radical on Thursday, August 18th as we go back to the 80s. Get that perm done up, rip off those jeans, and toss on your jean jacket for the 80s Rewind Night. A totally tubular night of the greatest musical decade with live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30. So head on back to the 80s with the Bowie Baysox on Thursday, August 18th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Bottom of the 4th inning in Harrisburg, a 4-0 Bowie lead as Justin Armbruster continues. First pitch to Darren Baker is called a strike on a fastball upper outside corner. 0-1 to open. 2, 3, and 4 in the Senators lineup, starting with Baker, then Jack Dunn and Andrew Young set to bat. As the next pitch home is just down, maybe a bit away as well, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Armbruster up to 41 pitches now, allowed one base hit in the third, his only base runner, as the next pitch is fouled off behind home plate. Run the count to a ball and 2 strikes here. I was just getting started on talking about what a special day it was at Oriole Park at Camden Yards before Joey Ortiz into that double play in the last half inning. Next pitch popped up. Foul ground, left side. Hanley sheds, and he'll range out of play. Count stays the ball and 2 strikes. But an outstanding list of former Orioles in attendance for this one. You've got Eddie Murray, Mike Messina, Brooks Robinson, of course, Rick Sutcliffe, Jay Gibbons, Ubaldo Jimenez. Handful of first pitches. As the 1-2 is swung on and nicked off of the mid of the catcher. Bounces back in front of the plate for a foul ball. So Baker stays alive for one. But I saw something very special that the Orioles did, which kind of warmed my heart. Their 1-2 pitch is popped up foul again. This one slicing, though, the other way, gets out of play. Count remains at ball and 2 strikes. So the Orioles' social team, their content creation team, brought some of those all-time greats from the 30 years at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. And Brooks Robinson, because I don't think he ever played at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. And another 1-2 was fouled off back behind the screen. Count stays. They took them into the little side room that they have for a lot of their content creation. So they've got a giant wall with just newspaper clippings and fun little graphics of the 30 years of the ballpark, where a lot of players will stand in front and do their poses for some of the fun graphics, and had those all-time greats do the same. Another 1-2 and another foul ball. Darren Baker doesn't want to go down. Change up right down the middle, however, for Armbruster. And he's got a couple of pitches to give. Maybe you could give him the slider away. See if Baker chases on it. We'll just have to watch. Another 1-2 and another foul. That one was a fastball, maybe a little bit high. But Baker is sticking around. That was the 8th pitch of the plate appearance. At least there's plenty of souvenirs to go around. As Armbruster sets again. The pitch popped up again, but still foul. This one will tail out. So this will be the 11th pitch now. I had to catch up a little bit on the game day. Here it is. Poked over to short. Ortiz sprints on it, pounces on the left side of his shoe, and fires to first. Fans were invested on that one after Baker had labored through 10 pitches. He fouled off 8 consecutive pitches before slowly dribbling that one to short in a 6-3 putout. Justin Armbruster threw 10 pitches in the first inning and 11 pitches in the second inning. That plate appearance with Darren Baker lasted 11 pitches on its own. So at least for Baker, you could say that he got something of a job done in regards to taxing the starter just a little bit, as Harrisburg has had no answer for Justin Armbruster just yet. And to give him a breath and to run through things, Maverick Handley came out and had a conversation with his battery mate. So now here's Jack Dunn. Bases empty, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch. Misses down and away, and the count starts out at 1-0. Well, I've talked about this a couple of times this season as Baltimore celebrates Oriole Park today. The 1-0 is bounced foul off of the chalk of the batter's box, rolled over to the left side. Count evens at 1. They've called it in a lot of the branding and the signage, especially you see it around the ballpark, the ballpark that changed baseball, and it very, very much did. And I think at this point, we're just not used to that fact anymore, as the 1-1 is swung on and missed high. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. I shouldn't say that. I'm speaking from the lens of someone my age who's been around with that ballpark in my entire life. Next pitch popped up foul, right side. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Hopefully we don't see another 11-pitch at-bat here on 1-2 foul balls. But prior to Oriole Park at Camden Yards, the cookie cutter design was the most popular. 3 Rivers, Busch Stadium, the Vet. 1-2. Down and away, a fastball. Count runs even at 2 on Dunn. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th, but we ahead by 4. And then you brought out Oriole Park at Camden Yards, a strictly baseball-only facility with a very fun and interesting design and a great facade. Here's a ground ball right side, base hit. Got past second base and into right field as Dunn collects a single for Harrisburg's second hit of the day. Hits in 3 of his last 4 games now for Jack Dunn, and this is near the same stretch of the lineup that Justin Armbruster allowed that single, and home run back against Altoona last week. Again, those were the only base runners he allowed in that start, so it wasn't as damaging, especially since Bowie gave him 14 runs of support. But you got to be careful on this second trip through. Here's Andrew Young. First pitch. Young hits it to the left side, a base hit. Smoked shot past the third baseman. And you can't help but notice the mirror. Single. Hopefully Trey Harris doesn't have his first Nationals organization home run. First and second, 1 away for Trey Harris. The first pitch in is grounded over to short, could be two. Ortiz scoops, fires to Norby at second. The throw to first is a bit wild, but there. That was a tough slide by Andrew Young, nearly threw off Norby, but the 6-4-3 double play is executed. Inning over, couple of singles, not a consequence for Justin Armbruster. Fifth inning coming up as Bowie leads 4-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org, and let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. Ah, the freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Moving on to the fifth inning here at F&B Field in Harrisburg. So glad you're sticking with us as Bowie leads 4-0 over the Harrisburg Senators. 4, 5, and 6 in the Baysox lineup set to bat. First pitch to Hudson Haskin bounces in, and the count starts out at 1-0. Matt Sabatis with you from City Island here in Pennsylvania's capital. Thank you so much for stopping by. As after Haskin, it'll be Cesar Prieto and Maverick Handley set to bat, with Tim Cate still dealing on the mound for the Senators. 1-0 pitch. Haskin backs off a little bit on a breaking ball inside. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Interesting day at the plate for Haskin. Got hit by a pitch in the first, reached on an error in the second that did bring a run in, but he wasn't given an RBI. 2-0. Misses down and inside. Count goes to 3-0. Bowie leads 4-0. Looks like Harrisburg might get an arm up and moving as the next pitch is called a strike. Breaking ball hit right down Broadway to run the count to 3-1 because Cate is up to 82 pitches now. Bringing him out in this inning is obviously a bit of a gamble. 3-1, and Haskin watches it bounce in. Rolls away. Cesar Prieto actually almost made contact with it. I don't think you're allowed to do that right now, because technically he was still live until it was called dead. But Haskin takes the walk, so that's not that big of a deal. Fourth walk given up by Tim Cate today. It's the first of the leadoff variety. And now Cesar Prieto will try and maybe drive in. Well, not drive in Haskin, but do something with it. But the third baseman will play in on the line, considering Prieto's gumption for bunting. First pitch, he doesn't square. Breaking ball misses down and away anyway, and the count starts out at 1-0. So as Cate is still having a tough time throwing strikes right now, Danny DePico is loosening in the bullpen for Harrisburg. Here's the 1-0. Change up misses just down, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. DePico already has an appearance on his ledger in this series. 2-0, and Prieto smashes it out to deep right field, but Hubbard looks to have it read. Backing up, still backing, now against the warning track. He makes the catch. just a little bit too high, then far. Prieto could have changed the angle ever so slightly and really gotten a good barrel on it. It was a good pop, but just that, a fly out. So now one away. Here's Maverick Hanley. Pickoff throw to first before Hanley sees his first pitch. That's the first pickoff throw we've seen from Tim Cate all day. And again, I think at this point, he'd be best served worrying about the batters at the plate. Bowie is, as we've discussed plenty this season, not a running team, not a stolen base kind of team. First pitch is fouled off behind home plate. 0-1 to start on Hanley. And you could easily work Hanley to your advantage because he's drawn 2 groundouts today, Hanley. He's hit into 9 double plays this season. You could turn it quickly to get out of this inning and send it into the bottom of the frame. 0-1. Down and away. Curveball runs the count, even in a ball and a strike. I was still just kind of talking extemporaneously about Oriole Park at Camden Yards again as they celebrate its 30th anniversary today. 1-1, down and in. 2 balls and a strike on Hanley. And again, how you didn't see ballparks like that at the time. You saw the cookie cutter parks, and they call it the ballpark that changed baseball because that's what it is. That's now what ballparks are kind of modeled after. The new Busch Stadium in St. Louis very much has that brick kind of facade. PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Here's the 2-1. Grounded hard over to short. Picked at the chest by Lara. Sent to Baker at second for 1, but he cannot go to first. Wasn't even a bad slide by Hudson Haskin. He stopped directly at the bag, but Baker's momentum was carrying him directly into Haskin, so he had no other choice but to try and hop, and he couldn't go to first with it. So the fielder's choice goes 6-4, and Hanley replaces Haskin at first base. Now John Rhodes will bat with runner at first, 2 away. First pitch. Rhodes watches it bounce off his foot. Curveball missed too far inside, and I mean way too far inside. You could just hear the plunk off of the front of his shoe. That's the 3rd hit by pitch in this game for Tim Cate. You could think foul play if you want to, but his curveball just isn't locating the way he wants it to today. He's really not been getting many swinging strikes with it at all, and only a handful of called strikes. So now first and second, here's J.D. Mundy. But it looks like John Rhodes is going to stretch his foot out, just walk around past first base, make sure he gets the blood flowing to it. But yeah, you've even seen a couple of minor league ballparks built to that kind of vibe, that kind of feeling, the nice brick facade, the open air. I constantly go back to Altoona's ballpark, PNG Field. Very, very similar design in the way that it's set up. The ballpark that Bowie will go to next week, Akron, little similar. More so that it's nestled in downtown. As the first pitch to J.D. Mundy is a curveball called for strike in the upper inside corner. It's 0-1. Well, I said it, the curveball has been getting the called strikes for Cate. And they've really been going against J.D. Mundy, too. Mundy has struck out twice today, the only 2 strikeouts for Tim Cate this evening. Mundy is probably going to be the last batter that Cate faces no matter what. Next pitch. Fouled off left side, and the count is 0-2. Because Cate's up to 93 pitches now. And Harrisburg has had that right-hander, DePica, warming for quite some time, and he's looking to be done right now, just kind of watching from the bullpen. 0-2. Mundy watches fastball miss up and in. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. Inning started with a walk of Hudson Haskin. Cesar Prieto flew out. Maverick Hanley nearly hit into a double play, but the turn couldn't be made. John Rhodes got hit by a pitch, and that has them at first and second. 1-2 pitch. Mundy watches fastball miss wide, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. So a lot of sunshine to be had today, but the sun has started to fall behind some of the tree lines and the facades of the stadium itself as the 2-2 to Mundy comes in, and it's fouled off left side. We'll do it again, even at 2. But still, what's been a nice warm day, the humidity definitely seems to be rising a little bit. Lights are on, but not carrying much of the load. This game is taking a bit of its time as Cade has worked through 95 pitches. 2-2. Mundy drills it high and deep to right field. This one's long gone if it's fair. Up the line, and there it goes. J.D. Mundy says goodbye. His 8th home run of the season is a massive 3-run blast here in the 5th, and it's 7-0 Bowie. 106 miles an hour off of the bat, 424 feet away from home plate. That was the curveball from Tim. Kate hung it down the middle of the plate. It was a little bit low, but Mundy was able to golf it out deep on the pull side to right field for a 3-run blast and almost assuredly knock Kate out of the game. That was his 97th offering. But I suppose now that it's cleared the bases and really blown this game open, I think they're going to leave him in. Let him finish out the inning if he can. Here's Toby Welk. First pitch grounded to the left side. A high bouncer picked at third at the chin and sent from Dunn to first just in time. So one extra pitch for Kate to finish it. But after 5 innings, he gave up a lot. 7 runs, including a big 3-run home run for J.D. Mundy. Halfway home here at F&B Field in Harrisburg. Bowie up by 7. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Celebrate your Chesapeake pride on Friday, August 19th as the Baysox host Maryland's Baytoberfest at Prince George's Stadium. All things Maryland presented by Royal Farms with an upcoming special Baytoberfest beer stein and ticket package available. And with a big chance to celebrate all things Maryland, it wouldn't be complete without your very own Maryland flag-designed Baysox hat with Adley Rutschman and his number 35 patched on the side. It's the Maryland Baytoberfest and the Adley Rutschman hat giveaway Friday, August 19th at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
We're on to the bottom of the 5th inning at F&B Field in Harrisburg. Now a 7-0 Bowie lead. 3-run home run by J.D. Mundy, really setting the tone for the remainder of this game as we move to the back half of it. First pitch home from Justin Armbruster to Israel Pineda is called a strike on the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Armbruster now at 59 pitches through 4 scoreless innings. Gave up a couple of base hits in the 4th, but worked a double play to keep it clean. Next pitch down and away, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Pineda 0 for 1, popped out to the second baseman back in the 2nd inning. After him, it'll be Dondre Hubbard and Omar Merahildo set to bat for Harrisburg. 1-1, down and away. Changeup runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Well, I said it back in pregame. If Armbruster can keep his efficiency right, not have a long inning as the 2-1 pitch is fouled off behind home plate, count goes even at 2. He could really be one of the first Baysox pitchers in a while to actually toss 6 innings. Garrett Stallings came close the other day, 5 2/3. But after he walked a couple of batters, Or actually, he gave up a couple of hits, I should say. He had to leave as the next offering to Pineda misses down and the count runs full. Just going to quick turn through some of these. See the last time Bowie actually accomplished it. 3-2. Popped foul behind home plate and out of play. Count stays the same. Because a lot of times Bowie has been handing their pitchers innings limits. And it seems to be that's what's limited a lot of them to 5 innings this year. As another 3-2 pitch comes home, and it's popped up again. This one potential on the infield foul ground, running down Prieto, but it's just over the net. Count stays full. Garrett Stallings hasn't fully been tied to an innings limit lately, it seems. He's the only one that's actually eclipsed 5 innings in about a month, just based on my quick flipping through the scorebook so far. But I think that's mostly because Stallings shifted into that bullpen role and also because he had some very short starts in June. Next pitch is called strike 3. 3-2 slider down and inside, and Pineda knew it as soon as it crossed home. This is the 6th strikeout for Justin Armbruster, and his 3rd looking. So now here's Dondre Hubbard. Armbruster's season high with Bowie is still, if I'm not mistaken, his appearance against Richmond. It's his 2nd, back when he was piggybacking Matt Harvey. First pitch to Hubbard is smashed. Out to deep left center field. Haskin ranging, as is Kauser in center, and Kauser has it read. Makes the catch in the alley. And that one looked like it had a lot more carry off bat. But Kauser saw it the whole way, and there's quickly 2 gone. So now here's Omar Merihildo. Yeah, so still looking back, I can't find the last time that a Bowie pitcher even finished 6 innings. First pitch to Merihildo. Misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. Granted, it is game number 100 this season. I should have just started where I normally would start and see if a pitcher has finished 6 innings at any point this year. Here's the next pitch. Misses down. And the count's 2-0 on Merihildo, who struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. I don't think a starter has finished 6 innings all season. 2-0. Just a piece, fouled back to the screen. So the count runs to 2 balls and a strike now. Oh, here it is. Drew Rahm back on June 30th. It's the only other time, I think, that Bowie has had even a pitcher finish 6 innings. Garrett Stallings once tossed 6 innings in relief. 2-1, lifted out toward right center on a line. Rhodes sprinting down and makes the catch just in front of the waist. Nearly had to dive, but decided against it. He closed the gap quickly, and the inning is over. Another 3-up, 3-down frame for Justin Armbruster. That was a fast one. As we go to the 6th at F&B Field in Harrisburg, Bowie leads 7-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Still 3 more fireworks shows in the month of July on Saturday the 16th, Friday the 29th, and Saturday the 30th. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Sixth inning here at F&B Field in Harrisburg. A 7-0 Bowie lead. Top of the lineup for the Baysox set to bat. And the first pitch to Connor Norby is driven high to shallow center. Rudy Martin is down, and the center fielder makes the catch. So Norby tries to attack on the first pitch of a new pitcher, but he can't get anything out of it. One gone to start the inning. Danny DePico takes over for Harrisburg. Just mentioned a new pitcher. Got to tell you about him at some point. Tim Cade is done, however. The left-hander in line for a loss. He'd fall to 0-2 if Bowie can hold on to the lead. 5 innings, 5 hits for Cade. 7 runs, 6 earned. 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, a home run allowed. First pitch to Colton Kauser. Misses wide. Changeup starts the count out at 1-0. As DePico takes over, 6'3", 205-pound, 28-year-old right-hander from Miami, Florida. Minor league free agent signed back in late April of this season. Fires the next pitch, and it's called a strike to the outer half of Colton Kauser. It's 1-1. 2 for 3 day for Kauser. 2 RBIs, single in the second inning, a run scored. He singled in the fourth, but was doubled up. 1-1 pitch. Misses down. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike now. DePico making his second appearance of this series. On the season, he's made 18 appearances total, a 0-0 record, a 4.30 ERA. 2-1 pitch, a changeup, down and away for a called strike. Just hit the edge and runs the count even at 2. As Bowie does have a little bit of action in their bullpen going right now. Looks to be a left-hander tossing. So that narrows it down as the next pitch is knuckled slowly up the third base line. A swinging bunt, and it's going to go in for a base hit. There was no play for Jack Dunn. He was shifted a little bit on toward first base, and that one just hugged the line the entire way as if it was an executed bunt. But Kauser will take the infield single anyway. A 3-hit day for his 5th of the season. And now he's aboard for Joey Ortiz. That looks to be Jake Prezina tossing the bullpen for Bowie. First pitch to Ortiz is called a strike on the inside edge of the zone. It's 0-1. And again, I'm only basing that on the fact that he's a left-hander and just trying to gauge his body type because in Harrisburg, the bullpen has the pitcher facing you. 1-0, or 0-1 rather, misses up and inside to Ortiz, and it runs the count even at 1. So you can't necessarily see the pitcher when they're warming. You can see him turn around, have them wait a little bit. And yes, that is Jake Prezina. As the 1-1 to Ortiz comes in and it misses down and away. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. 1 for 2 day for Ortiz. He walked in the first inning, drove in a run with a single in the second. He hit into a double play that ended the 4th inning. Runner at first, 1 away here in the 6th as Bowie leads 7-0. Next pitch, half swing and a curveball down and away. The home plate umpire ringing Ortiz up on it. Runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two. Grounded foul, third base side. Ortiz had to reach forward on that low changeup. Might have cracked his bat a little bit on the poke up the line, but I think he says he's good. Count remains even at 2. Sun's starting to poke out a little bit. I guess the cloud coverage is breaking as it continues to set behind us here. The 2-2. Brushes Ortiz off up and in. Slider a little bit too far inside. And the count runs full. See if Kauser tries to take off here. No, he stays put. 3-2 pitch is pop foul anyway, right side, so it wouldn't have mattered. So even though Justin Armbruster was only just north of 70 pitches, well, he has thrown plenty more in his time with Bowie. And I do think those innings limits are still holding on to a handful of Bowie pitchers, and you want to make sure guys get their routine work. As another 3-2 comes home, and Ortiz pops it out of play again. Plenty of long plate appearances the past few days for Ortiz. Cesar Prieto has had a couple. He had one at this ballpark last time Bowie was here. I want to say it was in the 10th inning. He took a plate appearance to 13 pitches before delivering a single and eventually scoring a run. Another 3-2. Ortiz pokes it slowly to third. A chance for two as Dunn goes to Baker, but Baker can't make the turn. Can't even fault Cowser on that. He stopped his slide about 5 feet before the bag. Baker's just been having a tough time actually making the transfer over to first base. I want to say that's the third time today he's had an opportunity to potentially turn two and missed out on it. So fielder's choice goes 5-4. Ortiz replaces Cowser at first base. And now here's Hudson Haskin. First pitch. Haskin watches fastball skim low. 1-0 to start. It's an 0 for 1 day for Haskin. He's reached in one of the more interesting trifectas today. A hit by pitch, an error, and a walk. Next offering, a fastball called for strike in the bottom edge of the zone, and the count runs even at 1. Just get him on in the catcher's interference, then the drop third strike, and well, that's Yahtzee. Here's the 1-1. Half swing, and it hit the end of his bat, rolled foul over toward the Harrisburg dugout. Well, Haskin didn't mean to do that, but it happens, and it's something you got to deal with sometimes. As the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. One, two, swing and a miss for strike 3. Pitch in the dirt, but Haskin doesn't take off for first base. So DePico ends his first relief inning with a strikeout. Gives up a single, but strands a runner at first. Bottom of the 6th coming up in Harrisburg. Bowie ahead 7-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
On to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Harrisburg. Bowie still sporting a 7-0 edge. As the Baysox make a pitching change, Justin Armbruster is done. Probably could have gone further, but don't want to limit him too much, as the Baysox have plenty of breathing room to work with, and we'll just want to give the relievers the work. As Jake Prezina takes over, left-hander will face off against 9-1-2 in the Harrisburg lineup, starting with Gilbert Lara. First pitch in, and Lara watches a called strike. Slider at the bottom half of the zone. It's 0-1. Armbruster finished with 5 innings, 3 hits, and no runs allowed. He struck out 6 and did not walk anyone. As Prezina fires the 0-1 offering. Swung on and missed down. Curveball runs the count quickly to 0-2. After Laura, it'll be Rudy Martin and Darren Baker. Martin and Baker, the only two left-handers in this lineup for Harrisburg to face off against the lefty Przina. 0-2 pitch. Bounced past the mound. Tough play sprinting in at second for Norby. He scoops it low, fires low, but it's picked up by Mundy and in time. 4-3 put out, and there's one away. Now back to the top of the lineup for Martin. Przina, a 6', 190-pound left-hander. 31st round draft selection back in 2019 from Seattle University. On the season for Bowie, he's made 7 appearances, gone 2-0 with a 2.45 ERA. First pitch into Martin. Called a strike. Change-up hits the top half of the zone. It's 0-1. Martin 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today. Here's the next. Popped foul behind home plate, out of play. And the count quickly 0-2. Well, as the sun continues to set here, Harrisburg has that same little piece of sunlight fun, if you want to put it that way, that Prince George's Stadium has in the first half of the season, where there's a sun strip just across the pitcher's mound. 0-2. Oh, where did that one miss? That looked like it was right down the heart of the plate. Maybe a little bit high for Martin, who's not necessarily the tallest out there. Maybe? Because he is only 5'8", but, oh, that one still looked like it should have gone. 1-2 pitch. Misses down and away. That one more reasonable for a curveball outside. Count runs even at 2. But, yeah, you've got sun directly in front, or you've got shade directly in front of the mound and shade directly behind the mound, pretty much enveloping the infield. But there's a small strip of sunlight on the mound itself. That's it. Just crosses over from first to third, and it's just all sun. So the 2-2 pitch is a curveball, misses down and inside to Martin. So ahead from 0-2, it's now run full. Payoff pitch from Przina. Grounded right side. Norby waits, scoops between the legs. Pops up and waits for Mundy to get to the bag. He got there so quickly on it. Finally gets it to Mundy. Back-to-back 4-3 putouts. And now on to Darren Baker. 11 innings for Przina this season with Bowie. 12 strikeouts, 6 walks. He's allowed just 1 home run. This is actually his second appearance of the series. He picked up the win back in the series opener after finishing off a scoreless 7th. First pitch here. It's called a strike to Darren Baker. Lower outside corner for a slider, 0-1. Yeah, Przina came in after Jensen Elliott allowed a 2-run home run. Here's a ground ball right side. Picked up again by Norby. Sent to Mundy at first. And a trio of 4-3 groundouts for a perfect 6th inning from Jake Przina. Bowie working well. 7-0 as we move to the 7th. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
There's plenty going on at the ballpark on Saturday, August 27th. Bowie will be hosting a special tribute to Negro League Baseball, as well as an exhibit presented by the Josh Gibson Foundation with special artifacts from the Hall of Famer's career, as well as the Baysox huge Touch a Truck event featuring dozens of construction, excavation, emergency vehicles, and trucks for all fans to enjoy and interact with exhibits as well. It begins at 4:30 and is going to run till 6:30 ahead of the 6:35 game. It's all presented by Miss Utility and comes your way on a busy Saturday, August 27th, so get your tickets at baysox.com.
Seventh inning at FNB Field in Harrisburg as Bowie leads 7-0. 5, 6, and 7 set to bat. First pitch home to Cesar Pareto. Misses up and away for a ball. I was trying to figure out if there was a way I could squeeze 7 into that sentence one more time, but I couldn't think of it. Matt Sabat is with you from Harrisburg on what's been a very lovely day, weather-wise and baseball-wise. Next pitch to Prieto, lifted high and deep to right center field, but in play. Rudy Martin calling off the right fielder. And the center fielder makes the catch. There's one gone. Fans, don't forget, when the Baysox get back to Prince George's Stadium for their 2-week homestand, their only set of home games in August. Starts on Tuesday the 16th, goes to Sunday the 28th. It's a couple of great promotions part of that 2-week span, including Grateful Dead Night on the 26th. First pitch here to Maverick Hanley is laced into center field, but it's right to Martin again. Good line drive, but can't hit it right at the guy. There's quickly 2 gone. And Baysox are paying tribute with their first ever Grateful Dead night at the ballpark. Music around the park, videos, and more. And, of course, Grateful Dead fireworks afterwards. There's a special T-shirt package that you can pre-order. This Grateful Dead Baysox T-shirt. Go to BaysoxShop.com to get the package. So already 2 outs. DePico is working fast. First pitch to John Rhodes. Misses down. Count starts out at 1-0. 1 for 2 day for Rhodes. A single, a hit by pitch. He's scored twice. Next offering misses down and away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Again, DePico only tossed 2/3 of an inning his last time out. We'll see how much he might have in the tank today. He is usually able to eat a couple of innings for Harrisburg. The 2-0. Pop foul again, right side. Count goes to 2-1. Two-1. Down and away to Rhodes. And the count to 3-1. I got to say, the way that Bowie's been playing right now, obviously it's up against a team that does sit where they sit in the standings for a reason. Does come into this series with 4.77 ERA. Next pitch. Called a strike in the upper outside corner. It's 3-2 on Rhodes. But to keep doing it and to carry it throughout the course of each of these games is very commendable, and Bowie is making the most of the opportunities that they have to gain ground in the standings, which is probably just as important. As the 3-2 pitch is fouled off left side, late swing and a low curve from Rhodes. Count stays full. Because right now, Bowie needs these wins as much as they need Erie losses, as the next pitch is popped up foul right side. Marihildo ranging to the warning track, but it's out of play. Count stays full on Rhodes. Because remember, while Bowie was on a run of 7 wins in their last 8 games, winning streak at that point was just 4, but still. Erie was on the same run, so Bowie was still only 1 game ahead the entire time. But Erie lost last night and Bowie won, so they're 2 games ahead. And as the payoff pitch to Rhodes comes in, and it bounces in for ball 4. Way to stay alive for John Rhodes. 5th walk drawn by Bowie batters today. First one given up by DePico. And the inning extends now to J.D. Mundy. A 2-game lead in the standings is the closest that, or the furthest ahead that Bowie has been all season. They had a couple of 1-game leads throughout. Of course, those early goings of each of the first 2 halves where everyone was scrambling to kind of get into position. First pitch here to J.D. Mundy is called a strike. Change up right down the middle, and it's 0-1 to start. But now finally that Erie lost that game yesterday, Bowie had a chance to gain some ground, and now Erie is losing again. Next pitch up and away, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. As Erie gave up an early 2 spot to Portland, and then a 3-run 4th inning as well. It's 6-2 Sea Dogs in the top of the 6th. Next pitch bounces in. Hits off of the catcher and rolls a little bit up the line, but Mundy doesn't go anywhere. Neither does John Rhodes at first base. Count to 2-1. I wonder if there's any puns made out of that matchup. The Sea Wolves and the Sea Dogs. I mean, in name, they're practically the same thing. But, of course, Portland's Sea Dog is more or less seal, while the Sea Wolves is actually a wolf dressed as a pirate. Here we are dissecting, the the intricacies of mascot matchups when it's 3-1 on J.D. Mundy. Next pitch is fouled off left side. Count runs full. I remember seeing, those fun tweets where, I let my girlfriend pick my March Madness bracket, and she based each game decision on which mascot could beat up the other mascot, and she normally does better than I do. Payoff pitch to Mundy, fouled off. Just a piece in front of the feed, and it rolls back to the screen for the count to stay. Yeah, I'm just off on a run right now. Bowie leads 7-0. There's no point in getting too much in-depth dissecting a game like this. My voice has been gone all week. What does it matter? DePico sets. It'll be another head start for Rhodes at first. There he goes. 3-2. His high ball 4. DePico was headed back to the dugout, but instead he walks his second consecutive batter on a 2-out full count. It might draw a mound visit. We'll have to see. It will get an arm up and warming in the bullpen, and yeah, it finally does get a mound visit. Justin Lord is coming out to talk. So I mentioned, what was it? Grateful Dead Night coming up to the ballpark. Then don't forget about September. Bowie only has one homestand in September, so it's going to be very, very important that you get out to the ballpark for that one. As Bowie will have the football kickoff party and an Adley Rutschman bobblehead giveaway on Friday, September 9th, kicking off more or less the college football season. You could call it the high school. There's just a lot of ways you could describe it because, of course, there's football. And people will be glad that football is back as training camp is wrapping up. They had the Hall of Fame game just the other night. But you can come on out with your team's favorite gear, see who some of the players' favorite teams are. First 750 fans, 13 and up, will get an Adley Rutschman bobblehead as well. It's Friday, September 9th. Get out for it. So we move on to Toby Welk, and the first pitch to him is a breaking ball called for a strike on the top half of the zone. 0-1 to start. First and second now 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning. Bowie ahead 7-0, 0-1. Welk watches breaking ball miss inside, and the count runs even, and a ball and a strike. Well, by that time, hopefully Bowie has a little bit of clarity on what the standings are looking like for a potential postseason run. 1-1. Up and away. Fastball looked like it could have clipped, but it runs the count to 2-1. Welk an 0 for 2 day, a pair of groundouts. He drew a walk and scored in the second inning. 2-1. He reaches for it and pokes it foul, first base side. The count goes even at 2. DePico sets at the waist, fires the 2-2, and it's fouled off again behind home plate. Count stays. As Bowie, at this point, they only need 9 more outs to get back to 500 for the first time since April. Looks to be that Jake Prezino will continue on for the second inning of relief, as the 2-2 is again screeched foul. Fastball in the top half of the zone, just a piece there. Bowie has only been at 500 4 times this season. Of course, at the start of the year when they were 0-0. The 2-2. Smoked off of the glove of DePico and rolled slowly over to the right side, but he picks it up. Barehanded near the baseline, and he underhands it to first base, ending the inning. A 1-3 putout strands a couple of runners on base. And as we stretch here at F&B Field in Harrisburg, Bowie leads 7-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Bottom of the seventh and Harrisburg, a 7-0 Bowie lead. Jake Brezina's back to work. First pitch into Jack Dunn. It's called a strike. Fastball dots the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. 3, 4, and 5, and the Senators line up set to bat here in this half inning with Dunn, then Andrew Young and Trey Harris, if any of them reach Israel Pineda. Here's the next. Breaking ball, a nice hanging curve. Called for strike on the bottom edge from Brezina. It's 0-2. Second inning of relief for Brezina. He had a very quick first inning, 11 pitches in the sixth, and all three batters grounded out to second base. Here's the 0-2. Misses up and away, a fastball. And the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. And again, as Bowie leads 7-0, they have an opportunity today to maybe gain even more ground in the Southwest Division. Bump up to 3 games ahead of the pack as the 1-2 pitch comes in, and it's served in a line to left field for a base hit. Skied over the shortstop's head and picked in left by Hudson Haskin. Jack Dunn has his second hit of the day. He accounts for half of Harrisburg's hits now. It's the first time all game that Harrisburg has opened the inning with a runner on base. So now here's Andrew Young. First pitch. Young smokes it high and deep to right field, but this one's slicing, and it'll get out of play. 0-1 to start. Single in the fourth inning for Young. He was taken out on a double play. Popped out to first in foul territory in the second. Here's the 0-1 offering. Line drive, right side, base hit. Past the outstretched glove of Connor Norby at second. Picked up in right field by Rhodes. Runner tries to go first to third. Here comes the throw, but it's just offline. Brezina backed it up. And on the back end, Andrew Young goes to second base. So it'll be a single for Young with an advancement on the throw. Throw really looked like it was going to be done. I think the problem this time is that Cesar Prieto was trying to be nonchalant about it again. That worked out for Prieto last night when Colton Cowser was able to throw out Rudy Martin trying to tag up on a fly ball. Prieto was playing a little bit off the cuff and was able to tag him, but that time it avoided him from making the catch. So first pitch into Trey Harris is fouled off left side. Count starts out at 0-1. 0 for 2 day for Harris. He hit into a double play in the fourth inning. Now for the first time all day, Harrisburg is a runner at third. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a piece foul back to the screen. Count runs to 0-2. But again, a ton of room to work with for Bowie. I think that's what matters most right now. If you allow a couple of runs across, it's not the worst thing in the world. Heck, even if you allowed a home run right now, it wouldn't be the worst because it would empty the bases. You'd still lead by 4, and you'd have to just still get these final 9 outs. But on Perzina, he's just got to start getting the outs. That's it. 0-2. Popped him up. Out towards shallow left. Might not score the run. All depends. The shortstop, Ortiz, is there. He makes the catch, and no one is tagging. Ortiz really hustled out to, I mean, hey, I'd even say mid-range in left center field to make that catch. And that's the first out of the 7th inning. So an 0-for-3 day for Harris. Israel Pineda now. As Perzina sets, Pineda 0-for-2. First pitch. Swinging a piece off of the mid of the catcher. 0-1 to start. Pineda struck out looking back in the 5th inning. That was the last strikeout for Justin Armbruster, who finished with 6. Again, Armbruster in line for a big win today. It'd be his 2nd. His efforts tonight dropped his ERA to 3.89. Here's the 0-1. Fastball called for strike in the upper outside corner. Run the count to 0-2 on Pineda. Yeah, Armbruster, I think his ERA has just been slightly hurt from really only 2 appearances. When he allowed those 3 earned runs against Akron the Sunday into the All-Star break as the 0-2 pitch misses down and in. Slider runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes on Pineda. And it was so notable because Armbruster was originally scheduled to start that Sunday, but a rainout the day before pushed the Saturday starter to Sunday and pushed Armbruster into a piggyback role, and I think that had a little bit of an effect. 1-2 pitch. Oh, misses just high, barely. The count runs even at 2 on Pineda. 2nd and 3rd. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Still a 7-0 Bowie lead. Perzina sets. Talking about Armbruster so much. 2-2. Grounded to 3rd. Backhanded by Prieto on a low hop. He stares at the runner at 3rd and fires to 1st, holding everyone in place and recording the out at the same time. Great play on a, you could call it a routine bouncer. Not a fast bouncer, but a good play by Cesar Prieto regardless. It's just at a tricky spot, and he made it work. But now quickly 2 gone, and Perzina has a chance to preserve the shutout despite runners at 2nd and 3rd to start the inning. Here's Dondre Hubbard. First pitch. Hubbard watches a curveball called for strike, dotting the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. 0-for-2 day for Hubbard. Popped out to second base in the 3rd inning. Flew out to center field his last time up. That was in the 5th. Here's the next. Misses high, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Infield playing very deep on this one for Hubbard. He's got okay speed as the 1-1 comes in. And it swung on him, missed down and away. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. They must really expect a hot shot if he hits it on the ground. Hubbard has not been much of a ground ball hitter, though, this season. 0.8 ground ball to fly ball ratio. Haven't had too much wind this series. 1-2, down and away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Had a couple of gusts here and there. At points, they do come in a bit from left field, but there's not really been any sustained wind through any of the 5 games in this set. It's been a nice, calm week in Harrisburg. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Perzina works around a 2nd and 3rd with no one out jam. Pop out, ground out, strikeout, and maintains the shutout. We're on to the 8th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. 7-0 Bowie. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Well, Vance Garrett's around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. No appointment needed. Learn more at patientfirst.com. Eighth inning action here in Harrisburg. A 7-0 Bowie lead as the Senators make another pitching change. Malvin Pena comes in as the right-hander faces the top of the lineup. First pitch to Connor Norby, misses high, and it's 1-0 to start. It'll be Norby, Cowser, and Ortiz set to bat in this half inning against Pena. Norby is 0 for 2 on the day, a hit by pitch, a walk, and a run scored. Next offering down and away, and the count runs to 2-0. Danny DePico is done. Reliever tossed 2 scoreless innings with only 1 hit allowed, struck out 1 batter and walked 2. Didn't allow anyone to reach third base. Norby smashes this next pitch out to the right center field gap, and it's going to carry all the way to the wall. One hops off of the warning track, and Norby has a chance for 3, but he's going to stop at 2. He's fine with just the double. It was well picked up in center field by Rudy Martin. Norby, he's got his 7th double of the season, hits in 4 of his last 5 games now for Bowie. His 3rd time on base, and the Baysox open with a runner in scoring position. Well smashed ball there for Norby. That one could have gotten out at Prince George's Stadium. Maybe. I'm not sure. 104 miles an hour off the bat and 397 feet away from home plate to right center field. It would have been close. Here's Colton Cowser. First pitch. Swung on and missed outside. And it's 0-1. But again, Malvin Pena taking over for Harrisburg. 6'2", 180-pound, 25-year-old right-hander from Santo Domingo in the Dominican. International free agent, signed all the way back in 2014 by the Nationals. Next pitch. Misses too far inside, a changeup, and it's 1-1. Colton Cowser, already a 3-hit day. 2 RBIs, single and a run scored in the second. Single in the 4th and 6th, but he's been taken out on force outs following each of those singles. Runner at second, no one out, 1-1. Cowser flinches inside as that nearly hit him and gets to the backstop. Norby goes to third base, and it didn't hit him at all. I think that sound we heard was the ball hitting the catcher as it got back to the screen. And Norby's at third after the wild pitch there. I think they were waiting to make an official ruling if it was wild pitch or pass ball, and they're saying pass ball. So that's the second pass ball for Pineda this season. As the next pitch to Cowser is grounded to the right side, should score the run. It's bobbled on the wrist of Baker, but he recovers and fires to first. It's an RBI for Cowser, his 3rd of the day, a 4-3 ground out, makes it 8-0 Bowie. So that run is currently unearned. Could become earned, all depending on how things go, but the passed ball does play into factor here, as Joey Ortiz will step in now with the bases empty. First pitch, And Ortiz watches a curveball called for strike on the inside edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Pena on the season has made just 5 appearances with Harrisburg. 0-0 record, a 6.0 ERA. Next pitch, Ortiz swings and misses on a low changeup. Count runs to a ball and a strike. Only 6 innings for Pena. 2 strikeouts, just 1 walk. He's allowed 2 home runs. This is his second appearance of the series. He came in on Wednesday as Ortiz swings and misses in the next offering. He's down on strikes. That was a high fastball. And to set down Ortiz like that, well, that's telling you something. Ortiz hadn't struck out since the 3rd inning of yesterday's game. Ortiz is only averaging about 1 strikeout a game right now. At best. What a run he's been on. Here's Hudson Haskin with bases empty now, 2 outs. First pitch misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. 0 for 2 day for Haskin. Hit by pitch, reached on an error, drew a walk, struck out. He has not gotten to second base, though. Next offering, check swing on a pitch low. They'll appeal. He didn't go, and the count goes to 2-0. Again, Pena came in on Wednesday, tossed a scoreless 8th inning in that game, worked around a base hit by Zach Watson in a stolen base, but struck out 2 batters. Bowie won that game 6-4. Here's the 2-0. Fastball up and in. Haskin had to back up on it a little bit as the count runs to 3 balls and no strikes. Already a run across in this half inning for Bowie. A leadoff double for Connor Norby. Advanced to third on a pass ball, scored on a ground out. 3-0 pitch. Inside, and Haskin draws the free pass. First walk for Pena. 7th overall for Harrisburg pitching. Haskin has drawn 2 of them now. And here's Cesar Prieto. Oh for 4 day Prieto. He's flown out twice, grounded out, and hit into a fielder's choice. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball down and inside, and the count starts out at 0-1. Runner at first, 2 away. 8-0 game. As the next comes in, and Prieto pops it foul behind home plate, count to 0-2. So Bowie is at a right-hander tossing for a little bit in their bullpen right now. It looks like Tyler Birch. See if he can take 2 innings or just 1 for Bowie. The 0-2 misses high, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes on Prieto. Birch has usually been a 1-inning kind of guy, so we'll see how long. Here's the next offering. Poked slowly over to second. 1 high hop, where it's picked up by Darren Baker and sent to first base in time to the end of the inning. Leadoff double, a passed ball, and a ground out gives Bowie their 8th run. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th, they lead by 8. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Well, Tyler Birch comes on for Bowie as this game enters the bottom of the 8th inning. An 8-0 Baysox lead. Birch, plenty of breathing room to work with. We'll see if he takes one inning or two. That's really going to be the big question out of his appearance. As he'll take 8, 9, and 1 in the Harrisburg lineup at the bare minimum here in the 8th, starting with Omar Marahildo. Righty on righty to start. As Birch sets at the waist, first base side and fires the first pitch. A fastball called for strike on the inside edge at 95. 0-1 to open. Marahildo, Lara, then Martin set to bat in this frame. Jake Prezina is done. 2 scoreless innings for the lefty. 2 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Change up right down Broadway and a well-placed pitch for Birch. Good opening sequence against Marahildo, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Righty sets. Looking for the 3-pitch K. Here it is, 0-2. Misses high, a fastball, and the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Tyler Birch, a 6'2", 190-pound right-hander, traded over from Philadelphia back in 2021. That was the Galvis deal on the season for Bowie. As he fires the 1-2, it bounces in to run the count even. Birch has made 24 appearances, gone 0-5, with a 6.60 ERA, 30 innings of work, 27 strikeouts, 11 walks. He's allowed 8 home runs. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Change up again, this time on the outside edge. And Birch opens his relief appearance with a strikeout. 8th overall for Bowie pitching. And now on to Gilbert Lara. Birch is coming off of a good run right now. Back-to-back scoreless appearances, including 1 in this series. He tossed 2 scoreless innings to close up a win against Altoona last week. And then had an inning and a third back on Wednesday. First pitch into Gilbert Lara, a check swing, misses high. Fastball came a bit inside as well, and the count starts out at 1-0. Lara 1 for 2. Infield single in the third was the first base runner for Harrisburg. 1-0. Misses inside, a curveball, runs the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Lara grounded out to second back in the 6th inning. And Birch came on following Drew Rahm after Rahm wasn't able to get out of the 4th inning. He had a couple of really long frames for Bowie and allowed 4 runs. Next pitch, called a strike. Change up top half, it's 2-1. But then Birch came in and shut down opponents. An inning and a third scoreless, allowed a single to open, but then a fielder's choice eliminated the lead runner in that outing. Never saw a runner get to second base. Next pitch popped foul right side, and it's 2-2. I was talking about this with Rahm the other day and just how I saw the similarities between his situation and DL Hall's almost. And if we can just see consistency from both of them, then they're both probably going to move up. 2-2, fouled off back to the screen. Lara took a funky step in on that fastball high, and he almost fell over. I don't think Birch is concerned. That means that he's throwing off the batter a little bit as the count remains even at 2. He just needs to pick up the punch-out. Base is empty, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Bowie ahead 8-0. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Fastball way high. That one was at the chin. Back-to-back punch-outs for Birch. And there's 2 away. 9 overall for Baysox pitching. So back to the top of the lineup for Rudy Martin. 0 for 3 day for the leadoff man. First pitch, swing and a miss. Man, a lot of late reactions right now on these fastballs from Tyler Birch. I'm not so sure what it is. But so many batters are just coming in a little bit late to the party, it seems. That one was well down, and Martin still went after it, 0-1. Slider down, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Martin has struck out twice, once in the first, once in the third. He grounded out to second base in the 6th. Here's the 1-1. Bounces in, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. Called a strike. Changeup hits the bottom edge of the zone at the knees. Count runs even at 2. It'll be Ryan Watson going tomorrow for Bowie to wrap up this series as the 2-2 comes home, and it's just fouled. Martin looked to be a bit of a head on that fastball, but still got it off the bottom of his barrel to hit it off of home plate as the count remains even at 2. Birch sets. Can he strike out the side here? The 2-2. He got it. Curveball called strike 3 on the lower inside corner. Birch strikes out the side in the 8th. We're on to the 9th here at FNB Field. Bowie leads 8-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it's the night that all Orioles fans should have circled on their calendar. Sunday, August 21st, when the Baysox celebrate Birdland. We know you're already loud and proud at Prince George's Stadium, but you don't want to miss this game, as the Baysox will be giving away special mystery autographed items from the 2022 team. The first 750 fans ages 3 and up will receive a mystery autographed item, so be sure to get your tickets fast. Sunday, August 21st, the Birdland celebration. Go to Baysox.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more. All to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, one last chance for some insurance as we move to the 9th inning here in Harrisburg. An 8-0 Bowie lead. Malvin Pena continues in the mound for the Senators, and the first pitch home to Maverick Hanley is swung on him is low. 0-1 to start. 6, 7, and 8 in the Bowie lineup set to bat with Hanley, then John Rhodes and J.D. Mundy, as Pena gave up a run in the 8th inning unearned, but still a run, and worked around that. Fires the next pitch to Hanley for another swinging strike. It's already 0-2. So at this rate, Bowie will have an opportunity to sweep their first series of the season tomorrow afternoon. Next pitch to Hanley misses high. Hits off at the glove of the catcher, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. It'll be a 1 o'clock first pitch at this ballpark, pregame at 12:40. So Ryan Watson gets the start. Alex Troop will go for Harrisburg, another lefty. 1-2. Little poke reached out for and sent over to third. A couple of low bounces and sent to first in time by Jack Dunn. 5-3 put out, and Hanley is going to finish his day 0 for 5. He did reach on a fielder's choice in the 5th and scored a run. And now John Rhodes will bat. Looks like Bowie is going to get another pitcher warming in their bullpen. Looks to be Shelton Perkins to take the 9th. First pitch to Rhodes is called a strike on the outside edge. It's a 0-1. If you listen with Adam when he was along for the broadcast a couple of nights ago, he was talking about the importance of this ballpark and how it played such a critical part in Bowie's playoff run last season. The next pitch to Rhodes misses down and away for a ball. It's 1-1. And now Bowie walked into this park and picked up a Rhodes sweep. Next pitch, called a strike on the inside edge. It's 1-2. Harrisburg was in the mix for a good portion of last year. There wasn't a split half system last season. It was just best overall record at the end of the year. 2 best overall records in the league, regardless of division, went to the postseason. 1-2 pitch to Rhodes is swung on him is low for strike 3. Second strikeout from Alvin Pena, and there's 2 gone here in the 9th. But yeah, Bowie picked up the sweep into their second to last. It was their second to last road series. Because then they played 6 games at home against Altoona, and I believe they took 5 of 6 in that set to ultimately force the tie with Somerset and win the season series with Somerset by tiebreaker to advance to the playoffs. Here's J.D. Mundy, first pitch, called a strike. Fastball in the upper outside corner, and it's 0-1 to open. And boy, things are really looking similar for the Baysox right now, the way that they've been playing. Next pitch. Misses up and away. And the count runs even, and a ball and a strike on Mundy. 3-run home run for J.D. back in the 5th inning. Really gave this game its legs. Showed that Bowie wasn't really going to have much of an issue. Took it from a 4-0 lead to a 7-0 lead as the next pitch is fouled off. Just a trickle right side. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Bowie added another run in the 8th inning to make it 8-0. Harrisburg only has 5 hits today, and 4 of those hits have been clustered just among their 3 and 4 batters. Jack Dunn, Andrew Young each have 2. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Mundy chases on a low fastball, and he's down on strikes. Perfect 9th inning for Malvin Pena. But as we go to the bottom of the 9th, Shelton Perkins will try and wrap up the Bowie win as they lead 8-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed lays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Well, it is always such a pleasure to have you along each and every night. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for stopping by this evening. Matt Sabat is with you from F&B Field in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, as Bowie leads 8-0, trying to wrap up their 7th consecutive win. Set themselves up for a potential series sweep tomorrow against Harrisburg. Shelton Perkins takes over on the mound for the 9th inning to face off against 2, 3, and 4 in the Senators lineup. Darren Baker, Jack Dunn, and Andrew Young, the batters. Tyler Birch finishes his relief appearance, and it was a perfect one. First pitch into Baker, misses up and away. It's 1-0. Birch struck out the side in the 8th. That's it. That's all he needed to do. Here's the 1-0. Baker watches a called strike. Slider hit at the letters, and the count runs even at 1. So now it's on Perkins to wrap up the day for Bowie. Would be their 8th shutout win of the season, the 1-1. Misses down and inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Shelton, a 5'10", 215-pound right-hander, 16th round draft selection back in 2019 from James Madison. Been a very reliable arm in the bullpen this season. 2-1 pitch. Half swing. Home plate umpire rings him up on it on a changeup up and away, and the count runs even at 2. Shelton on the season has made 24 appearances, a 1-4 record, a 4.08 ERA. The 2-2 just misses outside, a changeup runs the count full. 28 and 2/3 innings for Perkins, 28 strikeouts, 21 walks. He's only allowed 2 home runs. That's just because of his slider and its movement. The 3-2 was fouled off. Went with the slider down and in, and the count remains. It's very difficult to make hard contact on that slider, but with the way it moves, it leads to the large number of walks. That's why his strikeout to walk ratio is so low compared to some of the other pitchers. 3-2, outside, ball 4. So there's your prime example. Perkins a little upset at that, but still plenty of cushion. You just want to see him get a clean frame to wrap it up. That is the 6th time this season that he started his relief appearance with a walk, though. And that's the first walk given up by a Bowie pitcher all night. As Jack Dunn will step in. Runner at first, no one out. Dunn is 2 for 3. First pitch, misses inside, nearly clips him, and it gets away. Goes back to the screen on a passed ball. That's the 4th this season for Maverick Hanley. Runner will advance to second base, of course. So Baker now in scoring position, still with no one out. Count starts out at 1-0 on Dunn. Perkins is making his 2nd appearance of this series. He's riding back-to-back scoreless outings. As he fires the 1-0, and it misses down and away for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. Shelton appeared on Wednesday and tossed the 6th and the 7th, racking up 3 strikeouts, allowing only 1 base runner. It was a 2-out single in the 7th inning. 2-0. Lifted up the line, foul, third base side. This one slicing out of play. Hits into the Baysox bullpen, and the count runs to 2-1. And as Bowie leads 8-0 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Orioles just wrapping up a win themselves, their 5th in a row. And now here comes Maverick Hanley. Quick conversation on the battery, set up the signs, especially with runner at second. And you got to be careful with a 2-1 count on Dunn. As mentioned, 5 hits for Harrisburg, 4 of them contained within just the batter at the plate and the batter on deck. Dunn has a single in the 4th and 1 in the 7th. He's been in scoring position twice. 2-1, swinging a piece into the mid of the catcher. Count goes even at 2. So a big chance here for Perkins. Use the fastball there. Rarely seen. Maybe the changeup now, but I imagine on the 2-2 he goes with the slider since that's his go-to pitch. 2-2. Down and away. No, it was the fastball again. Run the count full. Back-to-back full counts from Perkins. Changeup has been playing well for him lately. I bet he goes with it now. Here's the payoff. Popped him up foul right side. It was the changeup. Gets out of play, and the count holds. Well, now I don't know what he's going to toss. Tried the changeup, nearly worked for him. Bet he goes with the slider again. Runner at second, no one out. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. It was the fastball high. Perkins picks up his first strikeout. 11th overall for Baysox pitching, and 1 gone here in the 9th. Great pitch for Perkins. He's mixing them up well, especially as he's facing a team for the 2nd time now. You know, just about every time Perkins is going to pitch now for the end of the season, I'm going to be reminded of my conversation with pitching coach Josh Conway the other day. As the first pitch in, Andrew Young misses down and away. The slider, count starts out at 1-0. Where I had asked is, like, Shelton Perkins had taken on the rumblings of a closer role for Bowie, but then he'd be coming in the 6th inning or the 7th inning and not finishing out close games, as the 1-0 pitch is in the zone for a called strike. Change up on the bottom edge, and it's 1-1. And Josh Conway told it to me pretty simply, is that at this level, it doesn't necessarily help pitchers to give them a predefined role right away, especially as relief pitchers. 1-1. Misses outside. Changeup runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Because you never know what your role could become at the big league level. And in all seriousness, any pitcher climbing through the minors is not going to make their major league debut as the full-time closer. Next pitch misses down, and the count goes to 3-1. So while it would be nice to instantly have a pitcher that has oodles of experience in a closer-type role in the minor leagues, you want to mix it up. Make sure that they have the wealth of experience at all different positions in the game. 3-1 pitch. Popped foul behind home plate. Count runs full. 3 straight full counts for Perkins here to start his relief outing. It's now 19 pitches for him. So yeah, Perkins can dance around a little bit, but he says he does feel very, very grateful when he is called upon for these sorts of closing situations, even if it's not a save situation. 3-2 pitch is fouled off right side. Skied well out of play, and the count stays full. Because in all seriousness, Bowie doesn't even have a lot of save situations this season. Their save percentage wasn't necessarily that high, but Bowie only has 38 save opportunities all year of their 49 wins. And remember, they did have a handful of walk-off losses in the first half. That's why Bowie had a handful of blown saves. They've only converted 23 of 38 save opportunities. Especially now here in the second half when they're blowing teams out, you're not going to get a save opportunity. 3-2 pitch. Misses down and away for ball 4. Second walk in the inning from Perkins. Puts runners at first and second now for Trey Harris. And here comes Josh Conway. I feel like this isn't even going to be that serious of a chat. The entire infield will come in as well. But you've got the 8-run lead. You've got Perkins, who works his slider for tons of ground balls. And you've got Trey Harris coming up to bat, who's been hitting it on the ground a ton in his short tenure with the Nationals organization. He's already hit into a double play in this game. And a double play now would essentially just end the game. Not even essentially, it would. It absolutely would end the game for you. You get an easy grounder, and that's all she wrote. But that's not going to stop Bowie from warming a right-hander. Jensen Elliott is tossing in the bullpen for the Baysox. If Perkins does get into a bit of a bind, again, he has run each of his first 3 batters to a full count, so he's up to 21 pitches. That's probably the most troubling number of them all. First pitch to Harris misses wide, and the slider starts the count out at 1-0. Really, you just don't want to overtax him. That's the thing. So if he does get into another big jam, don't let him throw more than 30 pitches, because that's not normally his role, especially in one inning. 1-0 pitch. Misses down, and the count goes to 2-0. Because, again, Bowie leads 8-0. You could have Perkins wear it. You could have him get hammered by it if you want. Because it's not as if he's going to allow 8 runs when he only needs to pick up 2 outs, but you don't want to overtax him. Next pitch swung on and missed outside, and the count goes to 2-1. But as long as he can get Harris out here at least, then I imagine he'll be left in for the rest of the game unless he allows some sort of big hit. As again, he just needs 2 quick outs. He sends Bowie home with a 7-game win streak. 2-1. Line drive out toward deep center. Kowser's there. Now he's running in on it to see if the runner at second tags. No tag. Kowser makes the catch, and there's 2 away. The way Kowser read that one off bat, or at least the way he played it off bat, made it seem it'd be deeper than it was. I think that was to try and go to tag from Darren Baker, because Kowser really had to run in a long way to catch that ball. But it's the second out of the inning, and Perkins is 1 out away from wrapping up the 8th shutout win of the season for Bowie. Here's Israel Pineda. First pitch. Misses down and away. Changeup opens the count at 1-0. All 5 batters that Perkins has faced, he's fired a first pitch ball. But you know how he works. It's usually the slider or the changeup. See if you can get him to chase on pitch down and away. Next pitch misses down. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Pineda 0 for 3 on the day. Popped out to second base in the second. Struck out looking back in the 5th and then grounded out to third base in the 7th. First and second, 2 away as Bowie leads 8-0 in the 9th at 2-0. Down and away, another changeup. Then the count runs to 3 balls and no strikes. This is probably the last batter that Perkins faces. Just based on the pitch count, if he walks Pineda, Elliott will probably come in. The 3-0, swinging a piece foul. Back to the screen, and the count goes to 3-1. Meanwhile, as Bowie pushes for their 7th consecutive win, the Orioles have won 5 in a row. Just wrapped up their 5-3 win, 6-3 win rather, over Pittsburgh. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and got a piece. It hit off of Handley, and he's down. He's catching his breath. That really took the wind out of him. And now he's up, but on all fours. Onto his wrists and glove. Perkins is down there as well. Here comes the athletic trainer, Lindsey Birchfield. Tim DeJohn is down. But Handley is definitely shaken on this. Hopefully it just clipped some part of his chest protection to knock the wind out of him. That's, I would hope, the best case scenario for this moment. As Handley is still on all fours with both Perkins and Birchfield over on his left side and Tim DeJohn on his right side. They're all in a squat position. And now Handley is back upright on his knees. Mask still on. He never even took the mask off. And he'll get up to his feet. Get a good round of applause. And I imagine the home plate umpire will grant a couple of quick tosses from Shelton Perkins to see if Handley can even be on the receiving end of it in that squat position. I say it every time it becomes relevant, and it's normally relevant maybe once a week. But catcher is one of the most, pretty much the most physically demanding position on a baseball diamond. You can say pitcher, but the catcher has to be in a full body squat the entire time and have to do those full body squats about 120 times a game. It's very difficult. The 3-2 fouled off third base side, and the count stays full. But no, there weren't any warm-up tosses. Handley really just lost his wind, I suppose. But now Perkins an opportunity to finally wrap it up. First and second, 2 away. A 3-2 count here in the bottom of the 9th inning. As Bowie leads 8-0. The pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Backhanded deep in the hole on a slide by Ortiz. Sidearm toss to first is there. The Bowie Baysox are winners once again. Their 8th shutout win of the season. Fittingly, 8-0 over the Harrisburg Senators. Their 7th straight win, and they stay atop the Southwest Division for, oh boy, what's been another great day. We've got plenty to come on Baysox postgame as Bowie wraps up an 8-0 win and have a chance for the sweep tomorrow. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com. At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
Well, what another big day it was for Bowie as they wrap up their 7th consecutive win, their 5th straight over Harrisburg to dominate this series with the Senators. Have an opportunity to sweep the set tomorrow, but we can talk about that later. As we get going with Baysox postgame here from FNB Field in Harrisburg, Matt Sabatas with you from City Island in Pennsylvania's capital. A lot to discuss following a big Bowie win, but first we recap. We'll take you all the way back in time to the faraway land of 6:01 when first pitch came home from Tim Cates and Connor Norby. It was a swinging strike, a foul ball as a matter of fact, over to the left side, and Norby would eventually ground out to third. And for the first time all series, Bowie did not score in the first inning. Cate gave up a walk and a hit by pitch with 2 outs, but got another ground out to end the frame, and we were on to the bottom of the first. Justin Armbruster, though, was excellent. 3 up, 3 down on 10 pitches with 2 strikeouts, and in the second inning, Bowie finally got it going to make up for the lost time in the first. John Rhodes reached on a single and an error to put him at second base. Toby Welk drew a walk with 2 outs to put 2 aboard, and Connor Norby was hit by a pitch. It was bases loaded with 2 outs, still scoreless, but Colton Cowser was sure to change that. But the timely hits have kept them in, the 1-1. And Cowser laces a line drive to right center field. That's a base hit. It'll get cut off by the right fielder Hubbard, but it scores 2 runs. Rhodes is down. Welk is across to score. The throw goes to second. Cowser stops at first with a 2 RBI double, and it's 2 RBI single, rather, and it's 2-0 Bowie. The 2 RBI part was right. Yeah, the 2 RBI part was right. It was a single for Cowser, and Bowie had the early 2-0 edge, but with runners at first and third, well, you knew Joey Ortiz wasn't going to let that be it. There's the curveball and pokes slowly up the middle. Tough play at short, scooped by Lara, and he can't get to first in time. Norby scores. Cowser to second, an infield RBI single for Joey Ortiz, and it's 3-0. So Ortiz extended his hit streak to 14 consecutive games for the Baysox, and Bowie still wasn't done there. Hudson Haskin would step up, and, well, Bowie's been making it work on a couple of ground balls in the infield. Haskin decided to join in. So now here's Hudson Haskin. First pitch, he grounds it hard to the left side, picked by Lara deep in the hole, thrown to first, and it's wild! Here comes Cowser to score! Ortiz goes to third, and it's 4-0 Bowie. So a 4 spot in the second inning for the Baysox, and as you can tell, that was more than enough needed, as Bowie didn't really have to work too hard from there, because in the bottom of the second, Justin Armbruster retired the side again on 11 pitches with his 3rd strikeout. In the third, Tim Cate was able to work scoreless, his first perfect inning, but in the bottom of the third, Justin Armbruster did allow his first base runner a single with 2 outs before getting out of the frame with his 5th strikeout. In the fourth, Bowie got a couple of runners on, a walk and a single, but a double play ended the potential threat. Meanwhile, 2 base hits against Armbruster in the fourth were cast aside thanks to a double play hit into by Trey Harris. In the fifth, Bowie added a couple of more runs against Tim Cade after 2 quick outs. Maverick Hanley reached on a fielder's choice, and John Rhodes was hit by a pitch. J.D. Mundy, on his 3rd battle against Cade after striking out twice, finally found the good curveball. 2-2. Mundy drills it high and deep to right field. This one's long gone if it's fair. Up the line, and there it goes. J.D. Mundy says goodbye. His 8th home run of the season is a massive 3-run blast here in the 5th, and it's 7-0 Bowie. So it was a big one at that point for the Baysox as Mundy picked up his 8th of the year. As the game moved into the bottom of the 5th, it was back to Armbruster, 3 up, 3 down to cap up a scoreless big win for the right-hander. Wrapped up his 6th strikeout as well. Game into the 6th inning, and Danny DePico took over for Harrisburg. He would spin 2 scoreless frames, while Jake Brazina matched in the 6th and 7th inning for Bowie. So we move on to the 8th. Still 7-0 Baysox, when Connor Norby led off with a double against Malvin Pena, moved to third on a passed ball, and eventually came home to score the final run when Colton Cowser poked it into play. As the next pitch to Cowser is grounded to the right side, should score the run. It's bobbled on the wrist of Baker, but he recovers and fires to first. It's an RBI for Cowser, his third of the day, a 4-3 ground out, makes it 8-0 Bowie. So that would be just enough for the Baysox. In the bottom of the 8th, Tyler Birch came on and struck out the side. And in the 9th, Bowie went down quietly against Pena, while Sheldon Perkins came in for the bottom of the 9th. He did walk a couple of batters and was looking to be in a bit of a bind, but thanks to a good strikeout, a flyout, and eventually a ground out from Israel Pineda, Perkins was able to close the game. First and second, 2 away, a 3-2 count here in the bottom of the 9th inning. As Bowie leads 8-0, the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Backhanded deep in the hole on a slide by Ortiz. Sidearm toss to first is there. The Bowie Baysox are winners once again. Their 8th shutout win of the season. Fittingly, 8-0 over the Harrisburg Senators. So your final box score, Bowie scores 8 runs on 7 hits with no errors. They left on 9. Harrisburg scores nothing on 5 hits with 2 errors. They left on 6. Justin Armbruster is the winning pitcher. He moves to 2-0 on the year. As Tim Cape is the losing pitcher. He falls to 0-2. No saves. The game was played in 2 hours and 41 minutes in front of a paid attendance at FNB Field in Harrisburg of 4,256. With the win, Bowie in game number 100 is back to 50-50 on the year. First time that they have been at 500 since they were 9-9 back on April 29th. Baysox have won their 7th consecutive game and are 22-28 when playing on the road. With the loss, Harrisburg falls to 40-61 on the season, a 5-game losing streak for the Senators, as they're now 19-31 when playing at home. Harrisburg falls to 10-22 in the second half, while the Baysox increase their record to 23-8. Two sides will meet again tomorrow for the finale of this 6-game series. Bowie looks for their first sweep of the season. We'll preview that game in a little bit, but for now we break. When we return, we look around the Eastern League, see how Bowie holds in the standings at the end of the night, and check in on the Orioles organization. There was a good debut for Cade Povich, picked up in a trade with the Twins for Jorge Lopez at the deadline. He had a great start for Aberdeen today. We'll tell you his numbers in a bit. But for now we break. Bowie over Harrisburg, 8-0. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
The Baysox are calling all deadheads to make their way out to Prince George's Stadium on Friday, August 26th for Grateful Dead Night. With special themes and music all night throughout the game, it'll culminate in a Grateful Dead-themed fireworks show to cap the evening. Fans who purchase a special package ticket will receive a limited edition Baysox Grateful Dead t-shirt collaboration and a ticket to the game, so be sure to get there. Friday, August 26th, it's Grateful Dead Night at the ballpark. Find out more at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, we're back one final time to FNB Field in Harrisburg, getting ready to wrap up Baysox postgame this evening. Following a big 8-0 win for Bowie over the Harrisburg Senators as they win their 7th consecutive game. Let's take this opportunity to look around the rest of the Eastern League, see how everyone else is doing at the end of the night. There's actually 3 games still in action. They didn't get going until late at Delta Dental Stadium in New Hampshire. Richmond is trailing 1-0 to the hosting River Cats there. Or Fisher Cats there, rather. Fisher Cats lead 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th of that contest. Somerset and Binghamton playing a close one finally. Binghamton has been blowing out that series, won the first 4, but now they had a 2-2 game in the 7th inning. Somerset has just taken the lead after the stretch. It's 3-2, still in the bottom of the 7th. Hartford is trying to come from behind against Reading. They trailed 5-2 going into the top of the 9th, but Hartford got 2 runs across and has tying run in scoring position with only 1 out in the top of the frame. Go-ahead run on base as well. They might be able to force a bottom of the 9th over at First Energy Stadium. And then it was a doubleheader over at PNG Field in Altoona to make up for a game lost. I think that was Tuesday's game, as a matter of fact. No, it was Thursday's game. They didn't play the doubleheader on Wednesday. As Akron and Altoona went toe-to-toe, but Akron picked up the doubleheader sweep. That was a big need for Akron and a big need for Bowie at the same time, because it puts Altoona 2 more losses, and they fall to under 500 now at 15-17 in the second half, as Akron won 4-1 in Game 1, 4-2 in Game 2. And then only one other game in the Eastern League, and of course the most important for Bowie and their playoff hopes, Portland and Erie. The Sea Dogs came away victorious. A 2-run first inning and a 3-run fourth inning made the difference, as Portland was able to just hold on from a late charge to win 6-5. That's back-to-back losses for the Seawolves as they fall to 20-11 in the second half. Still a very respectable record, but Bowie is now 3 games ahead of the second-place Seawolves in the Southwest Division. In the Northeast, it's still Hartford leading the pack right now, but if Hartford does not pick up this win against Reading, while they are threatening, Portland could leapfrog them and take a 1/2 game lead in the Northeast Division. Around the rest of the Orioles organization, 2 games still in action, 1 game closed, as Nashville holds a 2-1 lead over Norfolk at this moment in the bottom of the 7th inning down at Harbor Park, and Delmarva having a tough time, only 1 hit so far against Augusta. They trail 4-0 that game in the top of the 7th. And then it was a great debut for Cade Povich, brought over from the Twins in the deal with Jorge Lopez just at the deadline. He held the Wilmington Blue Rocks, the other affiliate of the Nationals in High A, to just 1 hit over 6 strong innings. He carried a perfect game into the 5th and a no-hitter into the 6th, but Wilmington only picked up the 1 hit. Well, Gene Pinto was able to pick up the save for Aberdeen as well. 3-0 the final in that one. And I said it, Bowie is probably going to be at a bit of a stretch for a starting pitcher going into the doubleheader with Akron next week. Hey, the way that Povich made his debut in the Orioles organization, he might not be with Aberdeen for too long. Maybe they bring him up to Bowie, and the Baysox can get another quality arm for what's already been one of the best sets of staffs in the Eastern League here in the second half. But again, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and boy, was today another fun one. As Bowie takes down Harrisburg today 8-0 to win their 7th consecutive game, and each of the first 5 in this series, Bowie has a chance for their first series sweep of the season tomorrow as they close the 6-game set at 1 o'clock. Ryan Watson will get the start, right-hander with a 6-5 record, a 3.65 ERA for Bowie, as left-hander Alex Troop will go for Harrisburg, a 6-2 record, a 3.53 ERA, a rematch of Game 1. Watson, of course, picked up the win in that one for the Baysox. He tossed 5 innings of 2-run ball. Troop tossed 6 innings, allowed 4 runs, 3 earned. Again, it'll be a 1 o'clock first pitch, which means the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 12:40. For now, though, we say so long. Matt Sabatis with you from FNB Field, saying thank you so much for stopping by this evening on what's been another big fun day for the Baysox here in Harrisburg as they take down the Senators 8-0. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game, and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.